Hello and welcome everybody. Happy Monday night to you all. Depends where you are. Europe. This is your second day of the week. Here in North America, it's your first. Depend what your calendar
well,
tells
and
you.
if you're in Australia, you're nearing your Tuesday night.
Oh my God, you're so obsessed with the time.
Well, we have gained more and more followers in Australia, which we're very happy about and always welcoming, especially after our Australian friends as guests coming up this week as well.
Yeah, there. Tim is back. I love Tim.
There you go. See?
Welcome, Tim. Xenia will ask you about the future and if you can get lottery numbers and all that kind of stuff.
Well, you always can try. I mean, you can't win if you don't try. So,
anybody new here? I appreciate all the highs when they're doing the intro. We don't want to use Nightbot, so we are doing it manually, and we're running all over the place. Sometimes we're over like just hit, copy, hit, copy, hit, copy, hit, and then running back to the kids. God knows what one of them is doing at the moment, trying to get ready and all that stuff. You know, so oh, Night Shame, have to be going. Oh, it was nice having you here.
Besma El Manel, hello and welcome to our channel. Hello to everybody who's just joining us as well. Money, hello, welcome. Hello. Nice to we are going to be doing a roll call just later on, mentioning each and every one of you.
That's
right. So if you want to get a shout out, stay At least till the roll call is done.
Oh, Dad's Den reviews. I'm sure you're busy just like the rest of us. We're no different. Have a good stream. By the way, you should check your comments and be careful who you mod in chat. I see a lot of people asking for subs and don't get a lot of begging and spam. Oh, I see a lot of people asking for subs and support and a lot of begging and spamming. Well, guys, there you go. 100%. Anybody, that is, we don't have many rules here. No asking for subs and no self-promotion whatsoever, shape or form. If there's something very specific and it's something not day to day, let us know. Preferably tweet us before the live stream and ask us. We definitely are a team player, but yes, no begging for subs, guys. That we can't tolerate in here. I love having people in the chat. We want as many people as possible. That's the whole point of doing a live stream. But there's some things we just can't stand for, and that is definitely at the top of my list.
And in any and in case there is any bad wishing mods to become, I would dare somebody to do something bad as a mod, since there are at least 70 more.
That's right, guys. If somebody's new comes in here and they say sub me, just delete the comment. Don't ban them. I mean, everybody makes mistakes. We've had some people come in here that really start off on the bad foot and became some very loyal followers to this day.
Oh yes, but I'm talking about some serious.
If they become a problem,
becomes matter, I would dare somebody to step a foot into this. But thank you so much for warning us.
See there, Besment El Manuel B. Thank you, Kasumi. I'm trying to figure this out. Well, that's okay.
And thank you, Kasumi, for explaining that. That's very
I love that.
Amazing. And guys, today is an interview night. It's not Spin the Wheel, by the way. Thank you, God the Good One, for supporting our channel. Through the super chat. Thank you so much. And yes, today is an interview night. We have the Mitten Dad coming up just later on. So it's not a self-promotion stream. It is a stream where we get to connect with other people, with other communities, and get to dig deeper a little bit behind the channel and who is the people behind these beautiful creations and behind the creators' sign, so to say, having a YouTube channel.
Ask question, tried says sometimes the delete comment option won't come out. There's glitches in YouTube, and that just sounds like one of them right there.
Yeah, YouTube was down yesterday for the whole 5 minutes, but I guess we kind of handled everybody pretty well. Yesterday was amazing night.
Wow, I'm telling you. I don't want YouTube going down, but if it brings that kind of a stream in afterwards.
Oh, yes. Thank you guys so much for those who joined us yesterday. That was a really amazing, fun night.
Because you guys make it that way. Oh, thank you to you so much.
Exactly. Well, today is, I want to say Tuesday, but it's not. It's Monday.
Not too much, Scott Fisher. I hope you're Fisher. I hope.
And FYI, Andrew's really bad in pronouncing.
I get stage fright. I'm actually not bad with it as long as I'm on here. That's the one thing I do get because I know I'm bad at it, and then it gets worse. Oh, Budget, Outcraft, and Survival, thank you for all the times you've been here helping to build up this channel, make it what it is. We owe all the thanks to you. You hit $1,000, guys. I'm happy for you. You guys earned it. You earned it. Flyer FPV, it's Tuesday. There you go. Say it for example, you get that out. Scale with an F. Rifter? Scale with an F.
You know how we were doing the videos for our 4,000 and Blue Ranch group? Maybe we should do another set of videos where everybody just sends in 10 seconds of pronouncing their name.
Yeah, exactly.
So at the beginning of the stream, we'll just put like a non-stop, everybody just saying their names. I think this would be a great idea. What do you guys think?
You. I like that.
We could do a compilation of everybody just saying their name. Nothing else, just their name.
Who's your back? Thank you so much. You're so sweet. And
I
thank
think
you
it's
again
a great
for making
idea.
that way.
My husband
I'm just going on. Small town investigations. Looking forward to your selfie.
Amazing creation idea. Put one in a chat if you say yes to this.
Candia. Thank you, Fox Runner. Candia. Heel Skills. Can't wait to see our guest, the Mitten Dad, tonight. Exactly.
Us as well. He is amazing. He's amazing. He's a family man. I actually found his wife's channel today, too.
Guys, tonight we're going to be doing something at the end a little different. Usually we send to a live stream. We're going to have something extra special. I know you guys might have to go. You have other people to support and all those things. I want you to be here whenever you can. I love having you here, but we know life goes on. But I hope you guys can, if you do, can make it back though towards the end, because we want to do something very special tonight.
A little bit different.
Yeah. So I hope you guys can make it.
That's right. That's going to be at the end of our stream, but that's still ahead of time. And yes, today, the Mitten Dad is, his channel is mostly the reviews of tech and gadgets, also a little bit of mukbang, a little bit of pranks. He's
that's
a
right.
prankster too.
He's got everything going on.
And I am most excited to hear from him the tips, tricks about Black Friday specials. Right. He knows everything and all about it, the best places to shop, the scam places where not to shop, and how best to do that. So get to know all of the information about it before you go shopping for Black Friday sales.
Where are we now? Where are we? I wanted to address somebody, and Xenia was talking, and
as always,
so I could have to scroll back at least another 15 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. Sumi said something. It's not just the subscriber numbers that are important. Views, watch time, views, watch time, SEO are important because they will all help you more. I agree with you 1000%. I believe, like, I'm not it's hard because some people go too far on the subscriber. You need subscribers to grow. There's no way. And I'm always under the theory, cast a big net to get some good fish. I know when I subscribe to some people, they're never coming back. I don't lose too much sleep about it, but I don't want too much of that. I like rather more that want to watch me. And I do agree. Your watch time ratio is so much more important in the end. 100%, I agree fully with you on that. It's better, as we always say with A. Joe, for instance, to have, at the time, 500 subscribers and have 1,000 views on a video versus 10,000 subscribers and 1,000 views on a video.
It's all about the ratio that you have, definitely. But
every number is important. That's what I was trying to get at, was every number counts. Every one of them helps build your channel. And they need to be healthy in all sectors. So.
And I just wanted to say, guys, that tomorrow we're going to be covering all these topics and actually some maybe a little bit touchy subjects too tomorrow. Tomorrow is our Tuesday Tech Talk. And we're prepared to talk about some really big subjects tomorrow. So don't miss tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday Tech Talk. You want to be there.
Anybody who's never been to Tech Talk before, it's basically a 3-hour think tank. We discuss everything YouTube as a group. Once again, everybody has wrenches because we're all in this together. We are all creators under one roof. There's no hierarchy in that, whether you have 10 subscribers or 10,000, watch time or whatever you have. We're all in it together. We all go through the same dilemmas, the same trials. So, and yeah, we're going to be touching on a lot of things, and some, well, you'll just have to tune in to find out. But yeah.
Yeah, it might get interesting. Austin, I wanted to shout out to Austin because I know he was saying he's a minimalist and wouldn't really care about Black Fridays, but I must say, and as I told him, this is just a tiny little bit part of this interview. What we do here is we try to get to know people behind the channels and their stories, because we're more than just channels. As I always say, we're more just bunch of zeros and ones and algorithms. There's always a story behind each of us, and we share some interests even that maybe you don't know about the channel owners. So that's what we mostly are here for, is getting to know people behind the channels. And well, I just couldn't resist to ask about the Black Friday sale tips. You know, we all, the ones who are not minimalists, want to know everything about it. But stay tuned for the rest of it. I'm sure it's going to be interesting to talk with the Mitten Dad, and we can't wait. And that's just going to follow in a couple of minutes. Wanted to remind you guys to like, share, and press that subscribe button if you're new to this channel. There's this new in one of the corners, there's this new watermark as well that you can press if you are new and subscribe to us. We would really appreciate that. Tell your friends, share it out, let everybody know it's Monday night, and hope you can enjoy it with us. Also, hashtag Blue Orange Group selfies. That's right, there was a whole bunch of them yesterday. We really truly enjoyed them. We hope we can look at even more of them today. Hashtag Blue Orange Group. Take a selfie of yourself, or even better, a selfie of you watching us, and post it on social media. And if it's on Twitter, we're going to be sharing it out. Add hashtag Blue Orange Group. And we always love seeing your beautiful faces, and it's a great way for you to connect outside of YouTube as well.
Most definitely, most definitely. Oh, hang on a second.
Also, I wanted to congratulate every and each of one of you, 88 people watching right now. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're going to be doing a roll call. 87 watching, 59 likes. Guys, hit that like button. Awesome. Make it count. We're going to be doing a roll call in a little bit, and that's your chance to be shouted out. We shout on each and every one of you. And then we're going to be checking Blue Ranch group selfies, if there are any, of course.
I'll definitely check that out. Jeannie Barry, you made a 4K from my Blue Ranch. Okay, excellent. Who's it's great always to have you in, my friend. Guest from last season. Always great to have you in here. One of the other ones that we've mentioned lately, we've been coming back that helped start this whole thing off. So him and his son out of Michigan, they were awesome. We had such a good talk.
Sorry about that. Yes, this is season 2, by the way. It is. We have. This is our 15th interview already on season 2, and I don't really like calling it interview. It's more like an informal chat. But yeah, if you're new to our chat, we have talked with over 60 guests last year, and this season, this is number 15.
That's right.
So we're very excited. It's been really awesome year, awesome
season.
Oh,
there's our guest for tonight is in here. The Mitten Dad is in here.
Our honored guest. Yes. A round of applause. A special hello.
Yes, definitely.
Go and check him out while he's chatting in the chat right now with you guys.
Joining us in just a couple of minutes. So you guys do not want to go anywhere. It's going to be a really great chat. Looking so forward to this. It is a talk amongst friends. I like that, Gil. I like that, Gil skills. I really like that. I love that. Will Joel be talking about his bees as well on?
Of course,
definitely.
Of course, it's Joel. Jaded Diva is going to be on as our guest on Wednesday night, talking about bees.
Thank you so much, G-Man's World. I do appreciate that.
And Friday, we're going to have an amazing guest from Australia, Gives a Minute.
Yes.
A pretty big channel, but also an amazing creator, amazing person.
Amazing photographer.
So looking forward to talk with him on Friday. That's also at 7 p.m.
You guys are looking for tips and tricks and neat ideas for vlogs, photography. This guy has shot the best. He is so like
he has a couple channels,
yes,
doing different things, and his regular life, so to say, is something to hear about for sure. So we're looking forward to this week. As always, it's a lot of exciting things we try to offer you. So thank you if you can make to watch it.
I hope your channel grows in the future. Thank you so much, Fox Runner 2049. Having awesome people like you in here definitely does give us hope. I cannot stress that enough. Love having each and every one of you here. Thank you for those kind words. Arcade Amusement says it's an interview. Pushes to just put the screws to them. Joke. Yeah, we tend not to go too hard on anybody. We don't want to do that. We just want our interviews are not even like it's a lot of just chatting and getting to know people that way. Not regimented. We're just on the couch or sitting back. Just friends talking.
Last Friday, Raykit was saying he was so stressed.
I know.
Although he streams every day in front of like more than 100 people in the chat. And he was so stressed out about going on a live stream with us because it would be like an interview. But he said like he felt so good. He didn't, he's like, I wouldn't, I don't know why I was so stressed about it. It's so fun. So
Larry, I got movies for sale. Larry Johnson. Anybody doesn't know, Larry's been with us pretty much since the beginning. He's my favorite name because he's got that 1970s porn star name. I always say Larry Johnson. So that's the joke. You caught me off guard. I love that.
Curveballs for days. Yes, that's right. Uniquely Jacqueline. Hello as well. Hello, everybody. We are going to be shouting you out just in a little bit, so don't worry.
Okay, I think it's just about time. We got lots of people in here. I think it's time we shout them out.
I think
let them know we're here. That's right.
And while Andrew is doing that, just reminding you to like and share. This is your time to do it during the roll call. And, of course, hashtag Blue Ranch Group Selfie.
Most definitely. Are we ready to go?
Yes, we are.
If you say so, ma'am. Alrighty, then. You called it. Time to mix up some names, get some consonants backwards.
Make
some
them laugh.
All those kinds of things. Just know that I do it out of love, folks. Just know I do it out of love. And we're going to start off tonight. We have... Gela Medina?
Gela Medina. Or Medina.
Welcome. So great to have you here. Your drone. Where is Danny Black?
I'm going to be translating everything.
Warriors Princess. Unacquittably Jacqueline. The Ultimate Shoe Tube. The Mitten Dad, our guest of the hour tonight. And Terrell's Artwork Channel, guys. That's the first wrench. When nobody else was a wrench and there was 3 people in the chat, Terrell was with us and been there ever since. So make sure to show Terrell's Artwork Channel some love. Stop Motion Skater. Slide Slippery Fish. Scott... No, oh my God, what do you say? Scott Fitcher? Oh my God, now I'm Fitcher. Scott Fitcher. I hope I said it right. And I got stage fright again. Scorpio Reacts. St. Otto's in the house. Razzle Rama Videos. Puberty's in the house. We got puberty, folks. We got puberty.
Miss Carol Sane is also in the house, by the way.
Well, I'm honored. So we got Victor and Carol. That's great. Right. How nice is that? Pretty Apples in here. Patricia Sprinkles. Oozaloo Garage, Nero Trigger, Nathan Likes Drum, Mystic Days, Mummy Shell, MU Free Music for your videos, who you've been listening to all tonight and will continue to hear on here exclusively. Not exclusively to you, you can use them, but for us this season on Tube Life, we got Mim, my superhero, Mike Dietrich, Meet M3 at Midnight, Manic Magic, Love My Drones. Life with Ken and Jane, how are you? Great to see you. Life is number 8, Larry Johnson. Kit Kat, Sumi. Jovan and Sanjay channel. John Isabella, Jiggy Family. Jenny Morse, Idiot of the Day. John, because I can't say that. You're not the idiot of the day, but I love your channel name. Who's Your Back OD? HK2 Productions. G-Man's World, Gil Skills. Gene Bear 2G, Gaming Reborn, Gabriel Z, Fox Runner 2049, Flyer FPV, Family Love Kitchen, Drew's Food Reviews, Disney's World Adventures, D-Dub My Traveling Scooter Life, City Girl Country Heart, Budget Outdoors and Survival, Bowden Sedju, Barrel Boy Woods, Austin Bacasa, Ask Questions, Try It, Arcane Amusement, April Broswell, Animal Flosco, Alexandria Carrera, Albert aka Turtle, Aerolithic YT, ACJS Exploring, folks. And if we missed your name, please say hi. Highlight our name so we don't miss you. CJ Rustoko, how are you? Great to have you in here. Always have a pleasure. Anybody else? Ah, there's my guy. Craft Beer Pours, my buddy Brandon. Past guest, awesome man, awesome wife. He has Trish and an awesome channel as well.
By the way, they did their amazing run on Sunday to the Boston Homeless with Super and Mittens Project, which was very successful, and can't wait to see the video.
That was...
CJ Risotko, hello. Yes. Also wanted to say hi to everybody that's listening to us on their headphones. Hello to you, and if you can say hi in the chat, please do, and if you can, that's okay too. Hope you enjoy your evening with us.
Yeah, Kill Skill Son. It does. Last night was insane. It was like 8 pages long, I think. It was like reading and
yes, so it's crazy. 2448 Toyman.
Hey,
hello.
How are you?
Hello.
Great to see you here. Gene Bear 2G, how could I forget about you? But you were, that's just you're in the list. I'm not thinking of anybody at that moment. I'm just trying to read and not stumble over his name. We got Leonard Plays is back. Welcome. Great to have you here. The Trump parody guy. Welcome back. Always great to have you here.
Welcome back.
Let's see who else, guys.
Carl Sane is awesome.
Yeah.
Those two are such lovebirds. It's unbelievable. Every time I think about you guys, I see your guys' interview where you were on our channel and also in love and all laughing and it's so sweet. She's in the chat and he says Carol Sane is awesome.
I know.
It's so cute.
Yeah, no.
I love you guys. That's amazing.
I wish everybody in life could have as much happiness as you guys have. You guys really are awesome. Warrior Princess, welcome. Nice to have you here. Silver Beggins, what's going on? It's so nice to have you here. Life with Ken and Jane is driving. Really? Oh, so you got the control. It's great to have you in here. Aiden the Archer, I made a Twitter account just to post a selfie. LOL. Well, I'm glad, and I hope you use it to promote your YouTube channel because that's the best way to promote it. So I hope you do.
And I did already take a peek on the selfies, and there's a really nice surprise waiting for. We'll have to look at those really, really soon.
Eduardo Palomares Rodriguez, welcome. Great to have you in here. Jackie Herrera, hi everyone. Hi Pucha. I'm almost done. Editing, and then we'll be editing, and we'll be back. We're looking forward to it. She's really on the run today. Love my drones. What's going on? Of course, all the way from Eastern Canada. Lulu, love you. That's right. We love Lulu, love you. We love Nova Scotia, so it's a perfect mix.
The Ultimate Shoe Tube. Hello. Hello.
Yes, it's great to have you in here. I was just looking at your channel. Awesome. Very, very nice to have you. Like I say, guys, the only thing I do, I don't get to answer the comments because you answer one, there's going to be one. I'm running back and forth in the intro. But I do look for anybody grayed out, check them quickly, and give them the wrench because I don't want them to sit there for 20 minutes without when I can.
My best insane friend is Carol Sane.
Oh.
Sainado says, you guys are just crazy amazing.
Get a room, kids.
Yes.
Aerolithic YT, I love that name, by the way. I just keep thinking that. HK2 Productions. The Mower Man 82, my God, it is. Greetings from PEI. Thank you so much. Always love having you here. Hope you're having I know you've been back a little bit. Hope you had a great summer, and I'm really, really happy to have you back here with us. Let's take
questions.
A look at
hope you can make. Yes, definitely. Ask questions. Hope you can make tomorrow. We always love your input on Tuesday Tech Talks. There's always lots of information coming from you, so we miss when you're out there.
Hey there, PS Paranormal. What's going on? Nice to have you in here. Hope all is well.
And we're going to be looking at selfies in a short nick of time, and it's never too late to do that. We're going to be looking at them at the end of the live stream as well. And don't forget, we have something very, very special at the end. Instead of sending you guys to the live stream, as we usually do with from Puša with Love, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So hope you can guys either stay till then or come back to the end of it so we can do it all together.
Definitely.
A like, share, subscribe.
All that great stuff. City Girl Country Art, that's right. Forgot to say hi to you. Cardoso Media's in here. Isn't that awesome?
And I can't wait for you to see the selfies.
I'm telling you guys. I'll see what I can do for tomorrow. Ask questions. Try.
Well, if you can.
Exactly.
We just really appreciate your input. Really, guys, we like that you do put your own experiences, your own knowledge about things and questions that people ask in the chat as well during our Tuesday Tech Talks. It's not just us talking about it. It's everybody putting their knowledge and input in it. And that's what's so amazing about it.
All right. We got our guest coming on soon, so we're going to take a look at some...
I just was saying that I want to see Blue Ridge selfies.
I know that, so I'm trying to get them to go.
As always.
I was getting there. They were up.
You never hears me.
There you go, folks. I hear all 25 minutes. A little late, but still one of my best. Well, thank you so much, Gene Bear. That is awesome.
Beautiful.
We do appreciate it, and never too late.
Thank you so much.
Very cool. Thank you. And you got to there you go. Just me, or is it getting crowded here? You're so fun. Love it.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Awesome. Thank you, Genie Bear. Beautiful.
You're very kind.
If anybody needs any logos, there you go. You know where to go.
Small Town Investigations. That is awesome.
Awesome.
I love that. Great to have you aboard. You're looking sharp. I love it.
Awesome.
And like I say, guys, if you have merch and stuff like that, that's the time to put it on. Like Genie Bear just did that. You got hats and shirts and that. Take a second, throw them on, and get your selfie up so everybody can see them. Who's your back, Odie? You are a busy man tonight.
With a blue wrench.
That's
having
right.
Their supper. That's right.
We really appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Went and painted his wrench for...
Thank you. Andrew hasn't painted his yet.
God.
And look at that!
Look
Polly
who's here.
with our merch.
That is so cool.
Polly,
that's our first selfie with our merch.
Yes,
that's true.
Polly Vlogs, cheers, Puša, with our Blue Wrench Group mug. Our first selfie. Guys, for those of you that have already purchased, please do the selfies. We really want to see them.
Definitely.
We really want to see them with you. This is so cool. Polly, you are amazing. You always have been and you always are. Thank you so much. This is so cool.
I know.
That's why I was so excited. I already peeked at it.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
That was so amazing, Polly. Thank you. Love you so much.
This is from Nero Trigger.
Nero. Ooh.
From my movie.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
That's some serious.
Nero, you are the man of 1,000 things. I swear to God. That is so cool.
Awesome.
Very cool. Thank you.
And very serious as always.
Razzle Rama. Wow. Thank you so much. Look at
Fox Runner. Have a good night.
You have a great night. Thank you so much for coming.
2019 coming, the movie.
It's really cool.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Aiden. And Aiden has made a Twitter account. Oh, okay. Just for Mountain Dew. Love it.
Awesome. Love that, guys. That's awesome.
Very cool.
That's right. If you can put your merch on, that's awesome.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Very cool. He's got his Mountain Dew shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Last
Dave.
Figs. Wow.
Organic Gardens. Awesome.
You are so cool. I love it.
Actually, we tried today one of the fresh figs that one of the Halloween trick-or-treaters gave to us. Me and our son shared it. It was interesting.
Blackjack, thank you so much for tweeting that out. You are so awesome. Thank you so very much. Guys, if you can retweet it out, it really does help us out a lot. The same as hitting the like button if you're new here and you like what we're doing. All that great stuff. And we have Flyer FPV here. I love it.
Awesome.
Current local time in Porto, Portugal. Wow.
After midnight.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. That is
one
amazing.
of the last countries I got to get done in that part of the world. Yes. So I'm looking forward to getting there. So
awesome.
Flyer FPV, thank you so much for coming. Wrestler Mania, what's going on? Nice to have you in here.
And guys, of course, since Polly posted our first merch selfie, I wanted to share you the link. It is available in the link below, same as in that iCard right there. Want to share with you our Blue Wrench group merch link.
Oh, yeah, I can share that as well. There we go.
There you go. There's two variety of collections available, plain and simple blue wrench group, as you can see, or you can get into the custom-made seamless pattern blue wrench designs as well. Everything from hoodies, socks, leggings, t-shirts, stickers, and baby clothes.
That's right.
There you go. You can check it out. All the links are in description, as well as some new links as well. Guys, always double check every so often our description. There's always some information there coming in and out, always adding something new for you guys. So we hope you can check that out. Welcome to everybody. And it is just about that time to invite our guest, the Mitten Dad.
Okay, Smurfalicious, we are doing great. You weren't here at the end for it, but we took you on. We had a great celebration. As you hit 1K, you can go back and see when it happened. We have
congratulations.
Yes, we're very happy for you. Anything for a fellow Canuck. So it was really fun. And yeah, you can go back. It was very close to the end, right? I think maybe the last 15 minutes or so, we'll say.
The last 15 minutes, that's right.
And Green Bay Wacky's in here. How are you, my friend? Nice to have you in here. Green Bay and I always do a little shout out for each other because we always say it's hard for us to get new subscribers on when we're doing live streams. We don't mind because we have each other. So now that he's in here, I do the same for him. So if you haven't checked out Green Bay Wacky, definitely show him some love because he does a lot to help with a lot of channels too. So we always have that running joke between us. So make sure to check him out. And I'm going to get the link ready for a guest, son.
Yes, definitely.
Oh. Holy God.
Well, I never know when you want me to talk or not. Most of the time you don't. So
no, most of the time it's when I don't want to
Exactly.
talk.
Exactly. So, for those of you that are joining us right now, our guest for tonight is the Mitten Dad. He's a tech and gadget review channel, mostly. But there is a little bit of mukbang, a little bit of pranks as well, which I wasn't aware of. Is some prankster there as well. But the main thing what we're going to do today is to get to know him as a person, because that's what we all are here. We're people behind the channels, human beings, and we want to get to know each other more and connect with each other. That's what we're doing here on our channel. We're going to be posting his social links in the chat every so often as well, so don't forget to follow him if you're interested in what he's talking about.
Most definitely.
And of course, Friday night specials. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I want to hear all the tips, tricks, what to do and what not to do for Black Friday sale. He knows everything about it, and I want to ask my questions.
There's something for everybody in here. That's the nice thing about this. There really is. So there's going to be a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss. We'll put you in
Akira
soundtracks, please. Sure. I'd love to. I'm up. Oh no, Push Studios YouTube is down again.
Well, it's possible. If you do freeze up, refresh. And if YouTube goes down again, we're going to be jumping on Twitter. So follow us on Twitter. And it's the way to know that we are going to be on. So follow us on Twitter. You're going to get all the latest updates. If YouTube goes down, we're going to be jumping on the live stream over there. So no worries, there are other places we can live stream as well. Let's just hope it doesn't happen. But in case, we have plan B.
That's right. That's right. Well, I think it's time. You ready to bring out our guests?
I think I'm ready. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm more than ready.
Because I can talk some more.
I know you can. That's why I got to get my guest out here as soon as possible.
See, I already written down what I could talk about.
I'm looking forward to this. So. Yeah. Alrighty, sir. Well, guys, I'd like to welcome to you the Mitten Dad. Welcome, sir. Nice to have you here. How are you tonight? Oh, I think we're having a little audio trouble.
Can we hear you? We can't hear you. Nope.
Oh. There we go. Oh, hang on one sec. There we go. Can you try now?
Hey, can you hear me now?
Ooh,
we can hear you now. Excellent. So
loud and clear.
Damn.
Awesome.
No. Look at us.
It says technology, man. I wish I knew how to use it.
Great to have you here. How are you tonight?
Doing good, man. Pimping ain't easy.
I'm going to get you maybe just to bring the volume of your mic down a bit because I got to run it through OBS. It's peaking some, so it's probably bring yours down. There, we'll try that now.
All right, that better?
That's a lot better, sir. Thank you so much. How are you tonight?
Doing good. How's everyone else doing?
Doing fine. Looking forward to
talk
to you.
You on, yes.
I got to tell you right off the bat, what I liked about your channel, right off the get-go, first time I seen you, you have the most dynamic banner. I think it is ready that if your channel took off tomorrow and you woke up and you're stretching, you look over the screen, you had 100,000 subscribers or more, you're raring to go in the looks alone before anybody even starts to go any further. What was your basis? Like, because this is your first channel you've ever had, right?
Yeah, I really struggled a little bit with it. What I did is actually went through and started doing tractor videos and all kinds of different things like that, and trying to really fine tune what I wanted to do, and kind of switched and just kept trying to get the thumbnails to match up.
Well, I think you did a good job on it myself. And the banner, it looks like a DeWalt commercial at first when I see it, or something like that. The way you did the Mitten Dad logo, the nice bright colors, the big shot of you and all that, it's very professionally done. I mean, I was very impressed by it.
Yeah, I've had a lot of help too from Scott Fichter, who's actually in the chat tonight. Guy's incredible at artwork, and he's the man.
How do you say his last name again?
Fichter. Yep.
There we go. I promise, Fichter, I love you, and I'll probably get it wrong 10 more times now because I'll be telling myself in my head, Mitten Dad told me how to say it. But Fichter. Okay. I'm trying to make a mental note. All right. See, there. Yep. I appreciate that. Please know I do it out of love. So have you guys known each other for a long time?
Not Not really, just kind of met on just through YouTube, just comment on videos and watching each other's stuff, and we talk quite a bit. And he's a great guy, and he's one of those guys that goes to your channel and actually gives you comments versus gotcha, like ya, right?
Yeah.
Like he watches it, so he's a true fan.
Sub me 22, say 41, and I'll sub you back.
Yeah.
And a code. Yeah, it's good when somebody actually leaves constructive comments,
Yes.
you know, either positive or negative, but still with substance in it. And yeah, sometimes it's hard to find those. So it's very appreciated when people do that.
Yeah, it's like today I had somebody drop by and say, "Hey, sub 622," and I'm at 620, so I guess they left.
They were just taking their batting averages to see if it would work on them. I do believe they do that. It's so, like, we're a video and photography company, but of course now we do mostly live streams. I don't post stuff much anymore. And I still to this day will have every now and then people, love the videography, was really into it, check me out. Well, yes, it was beautiful cinematic stuff, a 2-hour live stream. Like, if you're not going to read, at least look at the time and see how long it is and get a guess of what you should say, you know, if you're going to be that lazy onto it.
I agree. I think one of the biggest mistakes that I've made kind of throughout my journey is doing the kind of, follow for follow or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And you really just, you go and say, "Hey, I liked your video," and you watch like 10 seconds of it. But as you know, watch time's huge, so it doesn't really help anybody. It just hurts everyone.
Most definitely. In the end, you need that's why subscribers is nice. It is, and you need them to grow. But the thing is, you really need is watch time. You need a good ratio between your active subscribers and your viewing time. All those things are key to growing. That's what the algorithm is looking for more than anything.
Now, I wanted to interrupt you guys because maybe some of the people in the chat don't know what the Mitten Dad is. And we kind of jumped onto it right away,
right.
thinking that everybody right away is aware of everything, as we always do. But let's step back a little bit and just if you could introduce yourself and what your channel is about, just in short.
Yeah, so I'm the Mitten Dad. The name the Mitten is kind of confusing, but really where it comes from is I'm from the state of Michigan. So everybody refers to Michigan as the mitten because you just hold your hand up and say, "I'm from right here." And so I thought that'd be kind of cool and unique. And then I started doing kind of mukbangs and vlogs and outdoors, and I've really kind of honed in on product reviews and tech reviews and a little bit of pranks and just trying to bring comedy to it, right? Everybody's so serious, and I just act silly. I mean, so I try to do that within moderation just to bring a little bit of style and funny to it. Some people like it, some people don't, but that's why the thumbs up and thumbs down button's there.
And the X button.
Exactly.
I find to go and hit a thumbs down, I usually associate thumbs down with somebody having a grudge with somebody. Because it's so much more effort to go and do that and the energy behind it than just X, go on, next. You know, I've felt that way. But I like what you said. You do add humor to it, but you don't overdo it. I find you really use it to accent what you're talking about and not become the focal point. And I think that appeals to a lot of people. You have a good balance. I find that with your work.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find, I think, the perfect, one of the things that drives me crazy about YouTube is the niche. All you hear is about the niche and the niche. And, I don't know how valid that is, but I'm trying to do different things and see where a lot of the growth is. Mm-hmm. And surprisingly, people like to watch me eat, which is really weird. But so I'm trying to combine a little bit of eating and reviews and goofiness, and did a couple of dancing videos that were just out of the norm. So
the one you did where you jumped off not the golf cart, but was it an Odyssey or a side-by-side you jumped off?
Oh, yeah. That was
phenomenal.
My wife liked that. She was laughing. She was trying to be quiet, and record it. It was comical.
It was perfect. I wouldn't change a thing onto it. I really enjoyed it. And you're everywhere. I mean, I love watching you go through but I think they all kind of have a common theme. And I mean, I'm not, an expert on anybody's channel. Only they are. I find you still have that theme of fatherhood. That kind of, you can relate more, and young people gravitate to it too. And I think sometimes they'll look at you and think, God, I wish my dad was more like him in that moment.
Well, sometimes they may think the opposite.
Only ones that usually think that is the ones when it's our own children half the time. Like my son loved YouTube, I think my oldest, until the day we started doing our live streams, and now he's kind of gone on to other things. Same as when I liked PewDiePie, that's the day he hated him.
Yeah, the kids, I got 2 boys, they like joining the videos once in a while, and we do some mukbangs. And I think my son, on YouTube you can go through and rewind and see where people rewind it. Like awesome. it's always where the kids are at, it's like I'm them in my video. But it's a lot of fun. Always looking for some new idea that's not too over the top, but it's humorous.
Well, I think you do that. I think you've accomplished a lot of that already, and I think you've found your balance maybe even more than you realize, at this point. Yeah, we were saying the other night, I forget who we were talking to, and I brought that example, like sometimes going on the YouTube is like going to college. And you go in, you say, yeah, I'm going in, I'm going to be a doctor. The next semester passes, like, well, it's not quite what I thought it was going to be. And then you kind of, maybe I'll take this course. But sometimes people take different courses, social science type, to find out where they fit. But they can still fit under one umbrella. And like I say, I think you've kind of got that going on. I do feel there is some commonness between all your videos. There's a theme going.
Yeah, I try getting to and I talk to you guys as well, about thumbnails. I don't know if Wacky's still in here, but Green Bay Wacky, he's a hilarious character, yes. But he's been instrumental, and really, he doesn't know it. He'd probably deny it, but he's given me a lot of encouragement, even though he doesn't know it. Scott Victor's been good. Nick Menon. So there's been some Lunatic Dad, of course, great guy. So at first it's nervous, right? But you get in here and you just, you know what? It is what it is. You got to be yourself. If you be somebody fake, everybody knows it, right?
100%. An act, I guess we're talking on subjects we talked on Yankees the other day because we were talking about that too.
Yeah.
Like you can be yourself and accent things. Like for instance, Xenia and I talk this way when we're not even on. But instead of maybe like, stop it, it's like, stop it. You accent a little bit more into it, for the crowd
sometimes
to see
a little bit more, sometimes
sometimes going down, sometimes to a T. Depends on the moment. But if you pretend to be somebody else, people are going to pick holes into it. Audiences are very smart. And
absolutely.
They'll tell. They'll be, after a while, they're going to sit you down in a live stream. They're going to say, listen, I noticed 3 nights ago this, 2 weeks ago that, what's going on? So, yeah, people connect with the real. And you are very real.
I just wanted to say that Green Bay Wacky said, oh, wow, thanks, Mitten Dad. Yes, still here. So he heard what you were saying.
I think you made his day.
Yes.
Yeah, he still hasn't gave me that damn wrench, though.
Oh, my God. I'm waving. Give me something white to wave here.
Yes.
Well, you can't say we didn't give you a wrench. That's why.
Yeah. Different houses, different rules.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, my God. So, what got you into YouTube? What was your initial thought of going this route? What kind of, was something that led you here? Was it curiosity? Was it just a want to...
Several years ago, I got into kind of photography and a little bit of drone work and stuff like that. And then I stopped doing it and, it worked a lot. And I was like, I just want to go have fun. And I got all these cameras, all this equipment, and I just like being goofy and having fun with the kids and the family. Right. So let's just record it and see if it's a hit. And I won't say it's a big hit, but I enjoy doing it. So
I'd say you're a hit.
You see the growth and you see the 2 subscribers a day or 4 or 6, and it's kind of like, wow, people like watching me eat. That's just crazy, right? But
there's a lot of people that eat and nobody wants to watch them do it, so that says that you're already a success.
So I always try to do something different. There's been a few things I've done that some people like, some people don't like. Yeah. I did a video. If anyone wants a hilarious laugh, there's a video called The Keto Diet that I did, and
yeah, I seen that.
I got a fart noise maker, right? So we go out in the public, and my wife and kids are with me. We're at the restaurant, and I turn my volume up loud and just push the fart button, and she doesn't like it, but everybody else kind of looks around. The kids laugh, and that's just me. I don't care who's around. I like having fun, and If people don't like it, I guess they'll get over it.
That's right. That's right. That's why there's a bunch of restaurants. They don't like it, they can go somewhere else. That's my opinion too. So.
That's right.
And it was fun. And that's a great example of your videos of a family event that is fun. And like, even playing off your wife who's not happy about the whole thing. The kids, you can see the kids loving it more, especially because your wife wasn't enjoying it as much. Like that's kind of like the icing on the cake.
It's real. And that goes back to what we were saying before.
Yes.
Yeah, and my wife don't get upset too often, and that one, she was a little upset. So,
well, she came around onto it, and it's nice that you guys get to do some of these videos together. So,
yeah, another one that was real cool that we did that I thought was fun is she has her own channel too, but we did the Whisper Challenge, where you yell different phrases, and she ended up asking me like, will you lick my butt or something? It was just so bizarre. I mean, that's not what she meant to say, but just stuff is hilarious.
I'm going to drop her link in as well. The Mitten Mommy, Jessica, her name is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to drop her link in the chat as well, so everybody can check her out. Check out her videos.
Most definitely.
The Mitten family.
I love that. That's right. Guys, I just want to thank you. We're already up at 94 subscribers. You guys are wild.
Subscribers?
Yeah, we're going to hit 100 subscribers tonight, folks. That's right. We're up to 94 likes. Sorry about that. Thank you so much.
Since you both guys have channels, have your have your kids wanted to have their own channels, or like is it no thing yet?
I think right now we would definitely say. No. Actually, you know what? They do have their own channels, but they're not doing content. They just, they follow like, I should know the name, Steve, the YouTuber. I don't know. There's all these kids channels that they follow. And so they definitely seem to like their iPads a lot when they get out of school. So we got to try to say, hey, not too much of this.
Yeah.
But they like if they were up right now, they would be down here saying, Dad, I want to get on live stream. So they enjoy it.
That's nice. It's great that when the family enjoys it like that, because sometimes that's something we do here as families, and the wife really doesn't like the YouTube thing, vice versa, or the kids. So it's glad that you guys...
Yeah, I'm fully against it.
I see that. I see that.
Sorry, I just had to say that.
Well, when our channel started off, it was actually me doing all of it on Tube. That's when the cinematography.
Yeah, because I was busy doing photography.
Yes, that's right. Which is pretty much put on hold at this point now, except for work.
Today's a picky day.
I'm so glad you got to catch this, sir. See
no, but he's right. He's right. He did. The YouTube channel was Andrew's thing, and mine was more Instagram. It still is more photography, and it is videos here. So it's kind of separated. Still, but yeah, live streams we kind of jumped into it together somehow. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good thing necessarily, but.
So I think you guys have set kind of a trend. To be honest, I've been I go out every once in a while to see who's live, and I mean, no one's, I don't think, doing it to the level you guys do, but I've seen some other people, these little wheels, and
yeah.
So it seems like you're setting the trend here.
We're already syndicated. That's what I say.
We're very honored.
Yeah. Oh, that's YouTube.
That's
YouTube?
Right. That's right.
Jeez.
Oh my God. Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. We're trending.
That's right. We're trending.
There was a question from Dirty D's asked, which of your videos has the most views, and why do you think that is?
I haven't went back and looked here recently, but I know there's one on kind of a vlog with a GoPro that's got quite a few views, and I think that's just because I caught it when it's new. Oddly enough, the second video, I think it was like the second or third video I ever did, was of this Bluetooth speaker.
Yes.
That I just went out and bought like I think Best Buy or somewhere. And I just came home and did this crazy review. I thought it was terrible. And it started taking off. So I think that one's pretty far up there. And then of course I got in the summer, we're on the boat a lot as a family. So we go out and do tubing and skiing, wakeboarding, and sandbars. And so I tend to take my video camera to the sandbar, and there's a lot of scenery. So those those videos got a lot of views too. So
there, I'm showing the people some of the scenery right now.
Well, I think that the thumbnail was a hit too. You know, that's what usually attracts.
That's. But you're right. It is like it's like people watching almost. So there's so like I mean every age, every genre, everything. It's you really captured it too. I kind of felt like I was there in the water most of the time. Like it was kind of fun.
You know, one of the biggest things, though, I think I really, you know, not that I'm not endorsed by them or anything else, but one of the tool sets that I've used that's really helped me a lot is TubeBuddy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not. I think I have an affiliate thing through them, but I don't make any money or anything off it. But I mean, that's just taken out so much extra work and guessing on titles and thumbnails. Still got to do a little work, but you know, I've done a lot of trial and error things with tags and adding in, updating them every so often. I think that's really helping drive some of the traffic, right? A lot of people set those tags once, then they just back off them and don't look at them again, right? I'm in there like once a week. And I'll start removing old ones that aren't doing well and look for newer ones and put a lot of time into it. But
that's right. And then we actually were talking about that today, me and Andrew, you know, how lots of people say, well, you don't need that, you know, but they forget that when people talk about it, that you don't need tags, they mostly are addressing bigger channels, or they're big channels themselves. So maybe they don't need it as much. But at the sizes that we all are here, we do need them because you want to be the search and discovery thing. That's the way to grow.
Yep.
And the way to grow is put those words in their keywords tags. There's no other way how you can be searched and discovered. You know, so definitely it's a great way. And we have been using TubeBuddy and vidIQ and Morning Fame all in combination, like all of them at the same time, because you want to grab the best out of all of them, you know, what they have. So it's definitely a great benefit of for using it for sure.
I like the little, they give you like a TubeBuddy, they give you a little analytics thing to say like, how much money have you saved? I don't know if you guys would check that out, but you go into like TubeBuddy and you say that, you know, you should make $10 an hour or whatever it is. And it tells you like all the time you saved. And I mean, mine was like $7,000. And I was like, that's crazy. I mean, it's probably true in time because that stuff takes so much time.
Right. It does. There's nothing fast about this if you're putting any kind of work, unless you're just shooting, uploading and walking away. YouTube is a lot of work. I always say that to people, especially the hobby ones that are, you know, model trains and all these ones. It's like, okay, you just made your life 10 times harder. I tip my hat to you to get used to everything it takes to get a YouTube channel up and running.
Got some questions coming in, I see.
Yeah, don't worry about this.
Xenia's copying the questions down. You're the guest of honor tonight.
No, I know. I just looked up and I'm like, Scott's asking questions.
I'm getting the questions, so don't worry about that. I'm going to be, and yes, guys in the chat, I'm getting your questions and copying here on my document, so nobody's going to get past that. So.
And about what you said about the Bluetooth speaker, that's how a lot of people that do reviews say they got started was with just stuff around their home, anything they had, they do it. Because there's always somebody looking for that kind of stuff. So
there is, you know, and I must have caught it right at a good time because I mean, I'm serious. I went out and did a couple of shots with this thing. I had put a lot of work into it, you know, and at first it kind of like, you know, wasn't much movement, and then all of a sudden the thing still's climbing.
Wow.
So it's kind of interesting how at first it seems like things are really not moving, and they just start picking up steam.
Yeah. Well, that's good though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, those are nice surprises. Like when you're kind of a bit of a sleeper and then they start picking up when you go back and check, you're like, wow, you know, I didn't think that was going to happen.
You know, when the videos start to do well on their own, that's when, you know, you're doing something right. You know, when they still are getting the views years later, so to say, you know, it's great because people are still looking for it. And that's what we all would want to really make as a content when it's a video, you know. For sure. So yeah, there was a question. Scott, how you pronounce it?
Victor.
I'm
getting better.
I'm so sorry.
We have nothing against you. Please know that I'm like that. Once somebody tells me it, then I'm like stuttering for the rest of my life onto it. But please know you're welcome. Scott has a question. Scott Victor was asking how many products would be sent to Mitten for review if you had, say, 5,000 subscribers. I'm looking for an estimation or opinion.
Well, actually, have you had a company sending you things for review, or it's mostly something that you are picking on your own to review? Do you have it?
So, yeah. So surprisingly, when I did the speaker review, I kind of just did the review just because I thought it was fun, and people just started reaching out because I put my contact info in the about page, and so I had people reaching out saying, "Hey, we got this heater," and I'm like, "Why do I want to look at a heater?" I'm like, "Well, that would actually be kind of cool in our back office." So I've got a few heaters. I get quite a few things that are offered, and that's one of the things, I guess, the learnings that I would like to share with anyone that's doing product reviews, right? Is because I think in many cases you have a lot of the big YouTubers who are getting iPad Pros, right? The new iPhones, the expensive gadgets. But I mean, I started getting offers on products, to review things at 400 or 500 subscribers and under. So I mean, I got 3 or 4 this week. Now, some of them are things that I have no interest in viewing, right, or reviewing.
Right.
So I don't want to just review something just to say, hey, I got it for free. I just kind of decline it and pass it on. But so I've got quite a few. Got a strange one this week for a fishing pole, kids fishing pole.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they wanted me to review it. I mean, it's actually a pretty cool setup, but Michigan's pretty cold right now, and I'm not really going to go fishing. But it's a good gesture, right? It's
it all starts somewhere.
Ice fishing.
Yeah.
I bet they don't expect that review while ice fishing.
That could maybe stand out. Maybe that's your breakout video.
It's funny you mention that, because I thought about that. I'm like, well, I could go out this little tiny kid pool and like go fish in a pond, and they're on the pond in the ice or whatever. But we got a little bit of time for the ice kind of freezes over. But yeah, there's an abundance of products. A lot of them are through Amazon. Amazon has a lot of resellers. Some of them you gotta watch out for. They want you to buy the product first. They'll refund you, and then there's horror stories if you don't give them the proper review, or they hightail it off, right? So it's I've been fortunate. One of the coolest things that I actually got recently, which I just did a video on it last night, or actually dropped the video last night, and actually be really cool for everyone to review, is if you're looking for a perfect stocking stuffer or anything for kind of your family, you got friends, you got kids, you want to watch anything remotely. It's basically a webcam, not a webcam, but a security camera through Wise. And they sent that to me. Just their marketing department reached out and kind of just threw that out there to me to review it. And that thing's pretty cool. I mean, I got some of the Nest and Ring cameras. Those are about $200, and this Wise cam for $20, and you get unlimited storage. Not unlimited, I'm sorry, 14 days of storage on the cloud. I mean, it's $20, and it was amazing. So I mean, it's little gadgets like that, but it gives you that experience. And if somebody's looking to do product reviews and they're not getting offered products, then absolutely, go in your closet, right? Pull out something that you recently purchased and do a review on it. Some of the stuff's going to be big, some of it's going to be not a big hit, right? I did a flashlight as well, which is a security flashlight camera type setup, and did okay, but there's not a lot of people searching for that, right? But it's that experience.
I just wanted to say your thumbnail from the last night's video is just hilarious.
Yes. that was very good.
I'm sure that is going to be clicked on just because of the thumbnail, because it's so funny, and you're staying true to your, how you say in description, a funny dad, but you are staying true to the way you are into that. You can see it through and through into the thumbnail. It's so funny. Oh my God.
We have it up for everybody right now. Yeah.
I think really good. My wife got a kick out of that one, because I was trying to climb on the dog cage, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Hey, can you come?" I couldn't find my remote control for the camera. I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna go in this, and can you take like 4 or 5 pictures real quick?" She's like, you can tell she's like, "What am I doing?" I'm like, just do it. It'll be unique.
That's like the other night we did that live stream, myself, Ben, and Dave on Dave Green Bay's channel. And Ben had a hat on, and he had one, and they were trying to identify me. Somebody, they said the guy with the headphones. So I ran in and grabbed Xenia's mother's great big hat that she has, threw it on. So she's laying in bed. I run by her, grab this hat, put it on my head, and I just stopped in my tracks. I'm like, do you remember what life was like before we went on YouTube? Like this would be an issue, and now all of a sudden it's not even a question asked why anymore. Like,
yeah, the stuff we do know, we don't even realize.
Yeah, like the one day we went to, which is another video of mine, is one of the pranks is I kept telling my wife I wanted to go to McDonald's and just, sing in the drive-thru, just do something crazy. And so I ended up stopping by Target and picked up some, I don't know, like chicken head or something and threw it in the van. She's like, well, I'm not going. If you're doing that crazy, I'm not going. I'm like, oh, no, I just want to go to coffee. We're good. And I had it hid behind the seat. So we got in there. He's like, take me home. I'm like, no, we're on our way. So we're that chicken, it's like, I would never do that, but it was perfect for YouTube.
YouTube all of a sudden makes all these things okay. You don't need to see a psychologist or nothing. It's okay. It's all for YouTube. And that's like, oh, okay. I get it.
I'm used to like twice, right? And it's like, just for that.
Everybody wants you to say hi in the chat. They're asking to subscribe to you. We got Drive Shaft Drew wants to check you out and stuff. So
awesome.
And Scott just sent a enlarged thumbnail example, so everybody can check it out and close. But guys, I suggest you to go and check out the video. It's the latest video that the Mitten Dad has released yesterday. So go and check that out.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone too. It's in the chat and right in the comments, and I'll certainly sync up with everyone afterwards and go through and see who's commented, and I'll try to rewatch the live stream. And notice my boy, I picked my butts in here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, that guy's awesome. Also got the wolf pack in here, so hats off to those guys. It's a group of us that kind of collaborate throughout the YouTube. So they're on here. Scott's on here. High Velocity Savage. I don't know if he's on yet, but he may be jumping on. That guy's crazy. Yeah. He did a video recently a tattoo. You just have to go to his channel and check it out. But guy's hilarious.
It's nice the friendships you make here, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I like something you said a while ago. We kind of jumped over. I wanted to go back because it's something very, very important that you said when you were talking about your humor at first, early on. You were saying that, some people like it and some people don't, and I'm okay with that. And to me, that's when you've found your direction on YouTube. And so many people are waiting to get to that point. They're so worried that somebody might not like what they do. And that's exactly it. Like, and I'm not saying to be cocky. We all want to grow. We need people to grow. We got to appeal to somebody. But it's such a liberating feeling, that moment where you say, I'm going okay where I am. And if somebody doesn't like it, I'm fine with that. I know I'm going in the right direction. And do you feel that way as well?
Yeah, one of the big things that had happened a while back, when I first started was I was doing some mukbang videos. I did one for, it's called Old Chicago. It's a restaurant up here in Michigan. I'm sure they have them everywhere, but we went there and we had a good time. And I forget what I ate, chicken strips or pizza or something, right? And it must have been like 2 or 3 weeks ago, or 2 or 3 weeks later, some knucklehead got on there, started putting comments on about, oh, you look like you could eat 5 more cheeseburgers or something. And I wrote back and was like, oh, you're a funny guy.
Yeah.
And then he wrote again, like, oh, on another video, like, you need a bigger pizza or, or whatever. So I'm like, it's tempting to jump into that. So I went to his channel and he was like dehumidifying urine or something and drinking it. It was bizarre.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And so I was like, well, hey, I may eat and like food, but I don't drink urine.
Yeah.
So, we're cool, But at that point, it's like, I wasn't being rude on my video. I was just being me. I'm like, you know what? If you don't like it, I'll eat my pizza, my cheeseburgers, and he can drink his pee.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine. So it's I don't even know the guy's name. I wish I could probably go back through comment history, but it was bizarre.
That is crazy.
Yeah, when you take a comment and you realize where it's coming from, it puts a lot of things in perspective, let's just say, because like I say, most people that don't like what you do, they go away. It's like, nah, not for me, and they move on. So, there's always going to be a bit of crazy everywhere. So,
like I've got feedback from some people, that, once in a while I'll do the farting noises, right?
Yeah.
And people are like, "Oh, I can't believe you do that," right? And I'm like, turn it off.
Exactly. You got a volume. You got a volume. You got an X. You got all the right tools to make it go away if you're so bothered by it.
Here, I'll play one real quick for all the fans.
Okay.
But I mean, you gotta laugh at that stuff. I mean, my wife gets upset when I walk through, Home Goods or Meijer doing it, but it's gotta have fun. You gotta enjoy life. It's too short.
Exactly.
And I love that you're unapologetic for it and you don't overstate it. It's part of the life. If the camera wasn't on, you'd hit that button once in a while. I believe you when you say that,
I would.
Because some are really put on and it's awful. It's like, okay, guys, we're going to do it. I can't believe I'm going. Just hit the button and run with it. Like seriously. That's part of being true. And that's what people gravitate to you, I feel. You really are an honest person. I truly believe that the camera was off and you never did another video again, you'd still be the same person.
Yeah.
In it,
Yeah. I'm always goofy. I mean, there's another video I did that was, I was like mowing the yard. I think I titled it "Dropping a Deuce" or something. I don't know. And, I mean, it's just mowing the yard and I'm anal about the lines being straight, not crooked. And it's just me.
I can relate with you on that one. So you got a brother in there. So you are kind of talking for dads too, really,
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. Like, we're all like that kind of in our own way in our own homes, but there is pressure too on fathers just as much as mothers to be more picturesque on everything, and you kind of got a bit of a more comical, a whimsical Al Bundy's feeling, and it's like, well, we all do have that, at some point. So you're speaking for all of us. Do you feel that do you ever get like things like that? Like somebody message you and they like how much they appreciate what you're doing and stuff like that, or they connect with it? And I mean, I know you don't go deep, but still,
Yeah, I mean, some of the folks I had talked to, pretty closely about YouTube, they like Scott, I keep bringing up Scott and High Velocity. These guys are great guys, but they like what I'm doing. They laugh. Nice. And then even just friends of mine, right, that are like, hey, I had no freaking clue you had a channel, and I had no clue that you were out doing that crazy stuff at home, because I don't always act like that in public, right, with big crowds around, and it's like, no, I have fun. Yeah. So, but then they're like, man, when's your next video? So it's but then you get some that are like, well, I like you being goofy, but I don't like the tech reviews. It's boring. And so I'm like, well, I'm trying to mix those. And people are like, well, I like it when you eat your food too. And like, so it's, but then you get this niche thing where everybody says, we got to focus on one thing. And to me, I try to focus on not too many things, but I'm just trying to be myself. Mm-hmm. And, people are going to subscribe to me because they like a funny, goofy dad, right? And if they don't think I'm funny, goofy, then they won't stop by.
I agree with you, but you still have a common theme to everything, and that's what's important. And probably you've been in my chat and you've been hearing me saying about people going all over the place.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is not what you're doing. What I'm talking about, people who jump on every bandwagon every week. Oh, this is the biggest thing. I'm going to be that this week. Oh, this is doing better. I got to be that. And they're not prepared. Then it's not honest. That's what I mean about. Like I say, even us, like we have our interview nights, like tonight, we have our tech talk, we have our shout outs. They still all kind of follow under one umbrella. It's kind of community growing on YouTube. There is a common name. Same as yours. I mean, this is part of your life. I mean, a vlogger doesn't go the same place every day for the same loaf of bread every time he turns on the camera. But he still has a common theme about what he's doing. It's him, and I think that's what your videos are, is kind of like a lot of those vloggers. You're showing varied parts of your life.
Yep. It's fun. Definitely enjoy doing it. Sometimes there for a while I was trying to crank out 4 videos a week, and I just had to I had to cut back because it was tough. I give it to you guys for doing all these live streams as much as it has to be a lot of work, but this all the editing and everything that I had to do, I try to cut back and focus a little more on quality too versus just throwing something up real fast.
100%.
So
even the live stream, like we're 40, when the interviews especially, it's a 40+ hour a week plus our regular work plus the kids. It is a lot of sleeping's kind of a thing I've heard of in the past somewhere along the way. Like we were supposed to start the interviews in September and we had to stop it and put it to October because we couldn't put the work in them we wanted. And there's more to them, you know, like the other night, like when you weren't feeling well, we get that a lot. We've had it happen like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and got to get somebody, like we've had them that close. I remember last spring going on live streams. Do you know Craft Beer Pours?
Yeah. Yep.
They were our guests, and they were a bit nervous of coming on, and it was Memorial Day weekend. They're with their kids in Boston. I forget who we were supposed to have on that night, but they canceled. It was, 2:30 in the afternoon?
Yeah.
She has a video shoot, so photo shoot, so I'm like, okay, I'm taking you there. I came back, and I basically just became a panhandler on live streams. I'm just going around, okay, because I need an answer right away, you know?
Yeah.
I caught them at the beach with their kids. They just happened to turn on their camera for about 10 minutes, and that's when I caught them. I'm like, guys, I'm in a bind here right in front of everybody in the chat. I got nobody. I got a cancellation, and they graciously agreed to. So, yeah, it's a lot of work. And I don't want to put out crap. Like, I really, really don't want to. I want to put the same love into this as I put into my editing.
Absolutely.
That's important to me, you know, because you're remembered by your work, you know. And it is important. I think you're the same way. I see the way you shoot. I see the way you put out videos. You have a lot of integrity in what you do. And
yeah, sometimes I never get the right shot, right? Just want to reshoot it. And one of the hardest things, I think, in being what I call myself kind of a small YouTuber, right, at this point, is really trying to just realizing it's not going to be perfect, and every video just improve, right? And watching different things some of the big tubers do, right? And trying to not really copy that, but kind of do your own style and tweak it a little bit. And so I'm always messing around with stuff, trying not to go too far off the rails, but trying to do something a little more unique. Like the whole Wise Cam, right? Last night I started eating chicken nuggets like halfway through the video. You know,
it was so awesome though.
So it's just, you know, I'm like, I'll just try something different. And
well, I think your audience really connects with you onto it. I really feel you have an emotional attachment with them, which is so huge to building up a decent following. You need people who care about the character, and you are the character into it.
Well, the cool thing too, and you guys are getting up there, and you know, I think 4,200 roughly. But one of the things that's really cool is it's nice to have someone come by and drop comments. But it's really cool when every video, right, you got the same group of people. Of course, they keep coming and coming and coming. I realize when you get probably larger, it's harder to keep up with that. But still, you know, there's a handful of folks who every single video I put out, they're always right there, right, putting a comment in, and
you need that.
It's pretty cool. So
we still have our couple. We try, and even then we try to do. Literally, we get about 1,600 notifications every 24 hours, so 24 to 34 hours.
Yeah.
And you know what happens if you go to one continuously, then the other ones all get mad. And they say, "Oh, well, I see you there all the time. Why are you not watching mine?" So we literally break it up between us. She'll take a live stream. I'll take one. We use the live streams more because we can reach more people.
Yeah.
And kind of our interaction at this point now is introducing a bunch of people to other people. That's where we can give the most. Instead of us watching one video, maybe we can send 20 to watch one video. Because we're only human, you know?
Yeah.
And I get guilt all the time. I feel bad. That was the one thing I said here, last TikTok Tuesday. I kind of almost broke down, and I said, you know, I am almost sorry sometimes that I did make acquaintances here and friends. Not that I don't love them, but I always feel guilty now all the time. Instead of enjoying it more, I feel like I'm ashamed walking into a live stream because it's been a week or it's been this or, you know, and it's not that they're doing anything bad or making me feel bad, most of them. It's just I like to try and be there for everybody as much as I can. But
yeah, it's definitely nice. And, you know, I've even tried doing things like, you know, this whole YouTube algorithm thing. Nobody really knows how the thing works, obviously, but I tried going through and catching up on comments like once that day. Yeah. I tried spanning them out over several days. I tried clicking the like button or the heart button several days later just to try to keep that engagement up.
That's right.
And, you know, I'm trying everything to try to get ahead and figure things out. And problem is, by the time you figure it out, it changes. But that's part of it, right? It's technology and it's evolving, and
we got to look at it fun sometimes. It's kind of a bit of a rush. You got to have it that way a bit. So
yeah,
if you guys can pardon me for one second, I made a promise to this guy there. See, when I tried to, here's a live stream I hadn't been to in a bit, and it's me, Brian. and he had 1,500 subscribers, and YouTube took his channel away, and literally to this day, nobody has an answer why it happened.
Are you serious? That's
YouTube
crazy.
doesn't know. He's been fighting with them back and forth. He literally had to start a whole new channel from scratch. So I told him that I would give him a chance when he came in. I would like to just give him a quick shout out. Anybody who hasn't checked out, it's me, Brian, because had to start right at the beginning and has no answers why. He didn't do anything wrong. He's done they just don't have any record of him. He basically is off the map.
Man, that's crazy.
So I felt bad about that story. So if you haven't checked out, it's me, Brian. Show him some love, guys, if you can. Sorry about that. I just see, this is where I do try to help where I can.
I could imagine, right? You put all that work into it, then you wake up and your channel's gone and there's no explanation.
All of our channels. Imagine that tomorrow morning you go log in and there's no existence of you, you know?
That's tough.
Yeah. So.
One thing about growing is that I do find is satisfying, is that as we do grow, you can help more to other channels, you know, like although for us maybe the count is not as important, but for other people is. So in order to get bigger guests on, to connect bigger communities, it counts. In order to talk to somebody, to help somebody else out, it does count, you know. And that part is what I think the most satisfying is for me, that when we can, as we grow, we can help more people along the way, you know.
Well, I think it definitely shows with all the feedback and really the support you guys provide the community. It's, you know, no matter what niche they're in, right? You guys are always supporting everyone. It's with Green Bay Wacky, right? I mean, I had 100 subscribers, right? I reach out to him, just chit chatting, and you know, he's giving me some tips and tricks, and you know, this stuff means a lot. You know, I one of the things that bothers me, and maybe I expect more, is a lot of the larger, I'm gonna say larger YouTubers, you know, they get, you know, 50,000 or more, you know, you reach out to them and try to ask questions or get advice. At least my experience has been, don't talk to us, basically, right? And I get it, they probably got a lot of people doing it, but it's not that anyone wants a free ride, just, hey, show us how to do it. So that's one of the things, you know, with the groups that I work with is, you know, if anyone wants to know how to grow, I don't have all the answers, but I can certainly tell you what I've done and what's helped me. Yeah. And it may help them, it may not, but it's just one more tool to kind of put in the bag to try to grow and succeed.
Well, and that's true. And it's kind of like the music business. You know, I always see, you know, I talked to bands and they used to say, like, you know, back in the 80s, everybody would say, oh, man, if we make it, I'm going to take you with us. We're all going to the top and we're all you can't. And as much as your heart is in the right place, every time you move up a notch, you're the bottom rung of that row, and you're getting to meet all these new people and all these new commitments, and it's becoming more like a job. And your growth is always like an hourglass, and you're always in that middle part. So you have the big part underneath you and the big part above you. So yes, now you're at the top of your game on, say, under 50,000, but now from 50,000 to a million, you're the small little seed, and then when you get to 100, it keeps going and going and going up with you. It sucks. It does. I agree with you on that. It sucks from our end, but us being in their position would probably be the same thing. You know, they barely have enough time.
Yeah. We might have connected the right people here. It's Scott is saying that he has inside access to YouTube. You might try and help Brian to find the answer. So that's awesome.
That's awesome.
There you go. This is what it's all about, is communities, you know, combining together and trying to help each other. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Scott, for that.
It's very kind of you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of a segue off of that is Scott and I keep in touch quite a bit on different topics, and you know, there are some things, I guess, some new spam words that YouTube's going to be flagging, I guess, here the next, I think this last quarter. But you see a lot of people, you know, they used to say, I sub you, things like that, right? A lot of people say, I got you. Well, you know, the rumor on the back end, right, is like, well, when you start saying I got you, that's going to be flagged as spam, right? You start saying I support you, right? It's flagged as spam. They're really starting to crack down on a lot of this to get rid of the quote unquote sub for sub, I guess. So, but yeah, Scott's definitely the right person to hook up with. And if anyone in here wants to get some feedback on YouTube, and Scott and High Velocity and Ultimate Shoe Tube and those guys, all great guys, and they're all here to help too. So
very nice. Very nice. Well, we do appreciate that. Anything will help because, yeah, I feel so bad when somebody's channel just comes and disappears. That's not a good feeling, you know. Oh, my God, I look like alfalfa from the front end. I forget sometimes I'm on camera.
Well, good thing from the front end.
Yeah. No. Oh, my God. So I want to take you back. And we always do this as an open-end question. Like I say, we're not Oprah. We don't make people cry.
Yeah.
I want to go back and wondering if you could show us what it was like for you, whatever time point you feel most comfortable starting, and just a bit of a general thing about you growing up. If you want to talk a little bit about family, what it was like growing up, your mom and dad, school, high school, wherever you feel like starting, just a little bit about you.
Yeah. So I kind of the only son in the family. So I had an older sister that was about 10 years older than me. So she was always the little heckler, the big sister that, always wanted to give little brother a hard time. But grew up kind of closely with her, and then kind of in a single family household. My mom kind of raised me when I was younger, and then kind of went into always had a passion for technology, computers, and just electronics. And so always went into high school kind of wanting to kind of migrate towards that path. And then got out of high school, then kind of went into community college, got into kind of computer engineering, information security, and kind of continued throughout that type of work. Done a lot of consulting, things of that nature. And then, in doing that, right, you learn about new gadgets, you learn about drones, you learn about cameras, photography, and all these video cameras. And now here I am at YouTube, trying to do the YouTube thing. So,
but as a kid, like, were you tinkering a lot with stuff? Like, were you always with your toys or anything, like, lead you? Could you see a pattern as you were growing up more into things like that?
No, not really tinkering. I know when it's been so long ago, it seems like, but the dial-up modems were out. You'd connect that like 14K or whatever, right? And I was playing, I think it was Doom, right? And I was like, oh, this is so awesome. And you had MS-DOS, and you were just trying to like break into the computer, and how do you do directory listings? And that just was like fascinating. I just wanted to learn more and more and more. And so I kind of just always stuck to kind of the software and how to figure it out, and the hardware, and kind of graphics and things of that nature. So not really a builder. It's more just the hands on the keyboard and just visualization of working through that and trying to just crack the puzzle, I guess.
That was the most interesting part of that time, and I agree with you on that. Like, even before that, I had a Commodore 64, and of course, my parents went and bought for me a rural area, and they didn't buy me any backup like the floppy disk or the cassette tape.
Yeah.
So you get the books with the games into it that you had to program yourself, in BASIC. Spend 2 hours typing that stupid thing out to play for like 40 minutes, and God forbid the power went out or you hooked the cable. You had to start from scratch again. So, yeah, some not great memories of that part, doing it for the 18th time. But, yeah, I was like that too. I always liked under the hood. I was always wanting to figure out, like you say, and to me it was an inquisitive boy want to do things that brought me into that part. And that's why I was asking about your younger life for that reason.
Yeah, I remember when I remember the one thing that I can remember to this day, which is so crazy, but is when CD burners first came out, right? And they were like $300. I went to Staples and I was like, I'm putting this baby on my credit card. It was like the slowest thing ever. And I was like, but I'm like, man, I got to pay this off. Like, how am I going to pay this off? And you got to pay interest. But just the evolution of technology and devices and storage, it's phenomenal. I've always just kind of grasped right to it,
Well, I guess we're kind of within the same age group. And I think our time was passing really fast. It was such an exciting time because we got to see it kind of come into main play a lot of things. Like, now my kids and your kids are growing up with it already in place. Yes, it's developed more and more, but they've grown up with technology at their disposal. We kind of seen it kind of blooming into it, and it was so exciting a time when you think back. Even the gadgets were finally starting to get more sophisticated and stuff like that.
Now it's like you get, 2 and 3 year olds and they're holding on to iPads. It's like, what?
And then some. I watch my kids teach my parents how to do things all the time. You know?
Our 8, and I know yours younger one is going to be 8 too, yeah?
Yeah, we have one 8 and then 6.
Yeah. So our soon-to-be 8-year-old, she was showing our friend's daughter, who was at the time not even was 1 year old.
Yeah.
So instead of showing books how it used to be, read books, she right away went to with the tablet. Okay, and this is how you swipe, and was teaching her. And a little child, poor thing or happy, I don't know. She actually does that. So she is probably never gonna know any difference because they do it like right from the start, basically. Are born with tablets in their hands or whatever it's going to be, in a couple of decades. It's so interesting. And because our kids are in 3 different generations, you can kind of see the difference in them, because 21 and 12 and soon to be 8, it's almost like a different stage of technology development that they went through, and then you can see it in them, the difference in that.
Yeah, it's amazing how quickly this stuff evolves. Even YouTube, I mean, right? Just the technology for on storage and sharing of files and all the cloud solutions and Apple's AirDrop and all these other things. Just it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm curious what 3 years from now is going to look like, right?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Anything you buy now is outdated, and all that stuff, they're way down the. We just got a message here from Blessed Intuitive Tarot. Blessed Intuitive Tarot, can you tell us what your first name is, please? It'll be easy. We have a birthday. We have to sing happy birthday, so I'm hoping you're going to join in with us.
Absolutely.
It'll be fun with the delay. It's going to sound like an ear jammer. It's going to be a lot of fun here. But I'm worried about singing happy birthday, Blessed Intuitive Tarot.
By the way, Brother Dan was asking, where in Michigan are you? Because he's in a border town, too, so...
I'm in near Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Kalamazoo.
Ooh.
I love that
Is that
song.
from the song? Yes.
Well, the song is about there, yeah. Kalamazoo.
You used to sing it for our daughter.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the ultimate shoe tube as well. He's in the chat. He's from Michigan. I think he's over near Detroit, outside of Detroit. So I know there's a couple of us in here from Michigan.
Oh yeah, Uzulu was earlier there before from Detroit.
Michigan man. He's in Detroit, if I'm not mistaken. Rob, I'm pretty sure he had his birthday yesterday. That's right.
Yeah, we were singing.
So we have her name D. Alrighty, so you ready to go, my friend?
Let's do it up.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear D. Happy birthday to you. That was awesome. That was awesome. That was awesome. Thank you so much for joining in with us.
Special mix.
That's right.
Hey,
Mitten Dad
hey,
Pusa.
you guys know I can sing and dance. I got the total package.
I know. I was gonna ask you if you wanted to get up and a jig or something. We were more than up for it. So, not to
do the Kiki challenge again.
I love that. That was awesome. That was such a good video. Just the way you did it so naturally, I thought it was amazing. So.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh no, that was well shot and it was so natural. I absolutely enjoyed it. So no, that was really cool. Lots of people with connections at Terrell's artwork. Today's my aunt's birthday too. Well, you wish her a very happy birthday, Terrell.
Yeah, and if she comes to our stream, we're gonna sing
it again. That's right. Yes, she'll get it. She'll definitely get it. She's 41. Oh, she's still young.
Oh yeah.
I say at 44. And
it's so cool seeing everybody there's actually a lot of people in here from Michigan.
There are very. Yes.
That is cool. It's amazing. It's a small world. Well, our guest we had last week, Jason Woodpigeon Outdoors.
Yeah.
He is from Ottawa, and we got talking. Where I grew up is this tiny little town of 280 people, but it's famous for fishing salmon. And ends up he was going to be down there the same time as us, going with his father-in-law, and we got to hook up down there. And it's like,
that's awesome.
This is wild, you know. I also met a girl in here, Pam Duthie, from the UK, originally from Aberdeen, up in Scotland area. And Duthie is my mom's last name, and that's what I was saying. I was over there tracing our roots, and it looks like we're cousins in some distant shape or fashion. So yeah.
What are the chances of that? That's crazy.
Is. Yeah, it is. It is. It's a small world, my friend. You've been enjoying. Would you say your time on YouTube in general has been enjoyable?
Yeah, I think one of the hardest things that, I got a few of them, but sometimes it's hard to get motivated to, and you try to, like the cam I did last night, right? Prime example. I did the Wise Cam review, and I kind of go on and see what other people are doing. I try to just tweak my stance a little bit. And so that's why I climbed in the dog cage, and just to make it different. And that's the hardest part, is anybody could just rip open a product, right? Review it and move on. But I try to bring something unique to it. And sometimes that takes a little bit of thought to do it. Otherwise it's just another review of the same cam, right?
Most definitely. And
sometimes it's hard to get, subjects. Like I've done a couple of videos that I thought were going to be really good. I mean, I'm like, man, everybody wants to know how to take a screenshot on an iPhone. This thing's going to be really good, right? And I got like 20 views on it in 4 months, and it was terrible. So it's like I scratched my head like, oh, what's going on? But the more I got into it, right, engagement wasn't there. It was kind of monotone. It was boring. Wasn't exciting. And there's so many of them out there, so makes it challenging.
Well, that's the hardest part about YouTube for a lot of people. It's like your own business, and it's very hard to sit down and have a frank talk with yourself and saying, I just didn't do it right, or I could have did this better, or I missed the mark. And it is hard, because we don't want to do that by nature. And especially people who have never owned their business, or stuff before. Even some that have gone down in the toilet. For the simple reason is things were going bad and they could never confront themselves, to be honest, and say, this is not working. Or things are going and not changing it, and not stepping it up until it's completely run its course so far you can't get it back.
One of the one thing I wanted to share, maybe you guys have tried something like this before, but I did a video. It's been a couple of videos ago. I think it was like a iPad or iPhone charging station of some sort, and it's actually one of the coolest things that I've got. You can just plug your phone kind of right in, landscape or portrait, and it just charges the thing wirelessly. It's like a night side stand. I mean, it's really nice. About $60. Cool. But anyway, I did a review on that. I talked about doing a giveaway, which I still got to do my live stream for that giveaway. But I kind of said, hey, listen to the video all the way through and see how to win this, right? So naturally, a lot of people just want to scan to the end of the video.
Yeah.
What I ended up doing is I threw a keyword like 3/4 of the way through there, just out of nowhere. I cut in and just said, I forget what the keyword was, but I just said keyword is blank, right? And so you get all these comments, and at the end of the day, you get 40 comments, and you get like 3 people that actually got the phrase and got it all. So that was something too, I guess, that I think, and maybe you guys have some advice to share with the group as well. But you put all this time and effort and heartache sometimes into making the 10-minute video or 12-minute video, and you want people to really watch the whole thing through. Mm-hmm. And no matter if you give something away, it's just hard to get that retention so high.
Yes.
And sometimes it becomes like, man, I spent 10 minutes of this, which equals about 10 hours of editing or whatever it is, and 40% of retention, so that sometimes can be kind of discouraging. But the more I've talked to others in the industry, kind of in the tech product review, it seems like the 40 to 65% retention is kind of average. Mm-hmm. But just the initial gut check of, oh man, like what did I mess up on? And it's a free giveaway. But I find myself doing it too, right? You watch somebody's video, it's about a topic, and you're kind of skimming through it and look for a spot you want. So you just got to be open-minded like that, and just realize, hey, sometimes I do these things too.
Yeah, exactly. And that is right. That's another part of looking in the mirror. And that's one thing about autocorrect. About I was reading.
It's one thing about giveaways. You wanted to say?
Yes. Oh my God.
Man,
I'm so sorry.
I'm supposed to be the one that's nervous, not you.
I know. This is what happens when you. This is what happens when you try to multitask.
No, I really find that the giveaways, especially, is this is called filling in.
That's what I was going to say. You're going to say what I was going to say. So yeah,
regards to giveaways especially, it's not really there to attract new viewers, I find, especially at the size, again, at the sizes that we all are, because no matter if we have a couple hundred or a couple of thousand here, it's still nothing compared to the, you know, big YouTubers.
Yeah.
So I really think it doesn't attract new viewers. It does, so to say, it's almost like works like a thank you to the subscribers that you already have. Because if the people, let's say you spend all that money for the TV, you know, set or something that costs, you know, $1,000 or something, well, the people that are going to come for that TV because they're going to see it on the thumbnail or in the title, they're just going to come for that, and they're going to go away afterwards. They're not going to watch any of your videos. So you're not really gaining anything from that at all.
You might gain a couple, but it's your return on investment, though, especially depending how much you're forking out into it.
Yeah.
So
I really don't think that it is something for gaining views at this level or gaining.
But even the big guys say the same too. You'll hear them laugh at it because they're getting their stuff for free. They're giving away. You get Linus Tech Tips with 7 million. You know, it's kind of like, well, we had an NVIDIA GTX 1080 Ti laying around, so we decided to raffle it off. That's basically what it is.
But they're not putting their own money in
no,
it, you know,
so
as the smaller ones, people oftentimes buy themselves and, you know, things like that. And, you know, so for that, I don't know. I really think we should kind of switch that thinking into more as a thank you saying, and less as an attraction to the channel. As for the video edits, you can probably talk more about it since
talk in your mic.
Talk more about it.
They can't even hear you as much.
Can't talk more about it. Since when we started this channel, and like just in the middle of February, we had 42 subscribers, and Andrew has had a couple of videos out there, and we were talking about that is it even a point of continuing before the apocalypse, you know, was there? If nobody's really watching things that you have edited for hours, you have probably talk about that a little bit more.
Oh, I was wondering where we're ending this time.
Gosh.
You were on a run. I was going to get you some water.
I was giving you the floor.
That's what I'm going to hand it right over to our guest.
We're going to rename this. This is going to be a picking stream.
Yeah, that's right.
So, floor is yours.
It's like you guys are married.
Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you? That's what they tell me. Well, if you do it this much together on top of everything else in life, you got to have a bit of a sense of humor at it. So
exactly, got to have fun.
That's right. Exactly. That was so long. I don't even know where. I don't even know how to continue on to our guest to ask him how to answer that. Do you remember where she was going? Because I certainly.
Yes, because our guest already talked about it. I said something about it. I now would like to know your opinion. What is about longer edits and people not watching it? How do you feel, or what to do about it?
For longer edits,
yeah, people spend 10 hours into their videos and nobody watches them.
I think it's just kind of the audience we've been built onto, and things are becoming more towards live stream, daily vlogs, faster edits, less effort going into them. Not that they don't work hard, please, before anybody nails me to a cross, but I think that's the trend that's really on right now. Is more story based and less on the editing, which sucks because I really love editing. That's my number one passion. But I think right now that's where it's trending right in myself. I think a lot of the videos are gearing towards that style, and like live streams are growing like crazy.
They are. You know? Well, I think it's good. It's good because you know, like your fans get a chance to actually. It's one thing to see somebody in a video, right? But they actually get to hear about you, know about you, right? And they get that more one-on-one connection.
Definitely. 100%. Like in us right now, they're connected to Xenia and I. Pucha Studios is a name, but the audience connects with us. That's who they know. But I mean, you can get that in video as well. You take something like Peter McKinnon, and that at the time, you know, that's what he built himself on at the time, was a lot of pretty shots, but then it was the what's up everybody and the you know, that's what built him where he got to. Casey Neistat, all those guys was all on relationships through video. But now with the fast pace of keeping up, I think it's hard on them too.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
Well, and you got, what is it, Cody
Wanner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's just basically doing it full time now and daily vlogs and hats on. I mean he's a good guy though. I mean I love his style and he's so true to. You can tell that's him, right?
Oh yeah, Yeah, he's a ball of energy.
Well, he only sleeps 4 hours too. We had him in an interview in at the end of June. Yeah, and that's he was saying he only sleeps like 4 hours a day. So no kidding, he can fit it all in because the amount of energy he has, I don't even have half of that. So
yeah, exactly.
That's exceptional. I wouldn't be able to do that at all. That's for sure.
Like LeBain just asked that I have a Christmas collab with several other channels fixing to go down. Interested. We are and send it to us, but like that's the thing. We're already so stretched on everything we can do.
You're already doing one, by the way.
Yeah, that's right.
But definitely send it to us, and we'll try our best. It's not like we don't want to.
No.
It's just we wish there would be more hours in a day. That would be the thing.
It's
yeah.
Thank you for thinking of us.
But thank you for thinking. I was going to ask, we were talking about transformation of video and live streams. Have you ever considered doing a tech review in a live stream format?
I haven't. I've gotten quite a few requests to start doing more live streams, and but it's been more about getting to know me, I guess, and kind of get that one-on-one connection.
Right.
But no, that's a good thought. I haven't thought about doing that.
Because in my opinion, I thought it would be a great way of people being able to interact with you while you are reviewing, meaning they would be able to ask questions about the object or whatever gadget you are reviewing at the same time.
Yeah, it's a good thought. I'll have to definitely give that a shot. Definitely didn't think of that. See, I mean, just like that, great advice.
And that's what
I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm just an idea.
What I was gonna say was maybe do a couple first talking for people to get to know you, get comfortable with it, and then do the review like that, go in progression.
Yeah, just because the more I read the statistics and more what marketing does in general now, they are more going. Even from first it was videos, now it's like the second ads. And now it is more like live talking, live experiences. So that's what led me thinking to that. And I don't know if it would work or not. But I definitely agree that videos kind of in general are fading away. There probably still stay some, the same as there are still movies that people go to watch in cinema. But, the content that is there at the time that you're watching it, I think is going to become more and more prevalent and relevant, as the time goes by.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a lot of the audience, it seems, at least based on the analytics that I've reviewed for my stuff, is they like the shorter, when I say shorter, the 2 to 4 minute videos a little more than the 12 to 15 minute.
It's hard to fill up.
Yeah. Well, it's easy to fill them up, but then you get too much fluff sometimes, and it's like a dragged on story. It's like, come on, get to the point. And that's what right. I try to not do.
And that's what I mean about hard to fill it up. I mean, anybody can fill it. PewDiePie's played the logo for 3 minutes for the Windows Error. You can fill it with anything.
Yeah.
But to do it right, fill it up. It's a lot of work to keep it interesting for that long. Especially with a product. I mean, you can only talk so much about it and show it in different lights and stuff like that. You can only vary things up so much.
Yeah, it can be challenging for sure. But there's times where it's like, man, I only got a minute and a half.
Isn't that the worst feeling in the world?
Yeah.
You think you've got it together, it's going, and then you look finally, it's like, oh God, we got a lot to do here. And you start going through the stuff you cut out at first that's no good. Well, maybe that might work. And yeah, maybe we could put that in there. And
you got to reshoot it. And
is there something that you really would like to review, like or a specific niche? I know you talked about that at the beginning, but specific type of gadgets or technology that you would like to review as you grow?
I really like the tablets, like Apple products, Droid products, and real big into kind of security cameras and things of that nature. So that really gives me the most interest, I guess, excitement. I'm also pretty big into, not real big, but during hunting season, I like a lot of deer hunting and things like that. So I get more into that type of stuff. Where like in the summer, I could care less about it, right? So it's kind of like seasonal, like hunting season. I had a rangefinder that I reviewed, and it was a really good rangefinder. But come next year in June, if somebody says, "Hey, I got a rangefinder," I'll be like, I'm not feeling it. So I really like the tech stuff, just more like the security cameras, things of that nature is really what I like.
Mm-hmm.
Gene Bear 2G made a comment at Pusa Studios, like Xenia talking too much about it.
He says he doesn't say too much. He says so much. Like Xenia talking so much about it. You're awesome. So read correctly.
It's kind of like when you pull the curtain off the budgie cage in the morning.
Yeah, usually I don't talk as much during interviews. I don't know what happened today.
You're wrong for sound.
I did.
But one of the things too, I think that, I do like tech reviews, but I tell you, I've been contacted on some stuff that's pretty unique. That's just, so I've kind of transitioned more to kind of product reviews because, I had like a health lab kind of reach out this week about some new scientific fancy thermometer that they just like point it towards you or something, and it does all these sensing, and I don't know all the logistics. I haven't done much research on it, but it looked pretty cool. So I mean, things like that is even somewhat of a technology, but you want to think of it as technology. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's and even different. One of the things that, I mean, this is kind of probably more comical than anything, but shoes, right? Like I am so picky with shoes, right?
Right.
Where if I find a pair of Skechers that I think fit great, it's like, man, I'll tell everyone about it. And so even if there's shoes and stuff that I've bought, I'll review those. So the heaters, right? The heater's not really technology, but the heater is like, well, heater would be kind of cool. And I was amazed by this little heater, how much heat it put out. And it's just the technology to get that to happen is just phenomenal. So, but I got interest in it, right? It's not, like.
Yeah, but that all falls under the same blanket, I would say.
Yeah, it does.
It does. We have a store here in Canada called Canadian Tire, and they're kind of like one of those they're a big chain, but still kind of general store. They have a garage side and then everything. And it kind of falls under that roof where everything is under there, from Betty Crocker to Makita Skills Saws,
Yeah.
So, I do think it is. I mean, there's not too much today we can think of that doesn't have technology in it.
I mean, fridge has a computer in it, you can tell it where to shop, and it brings basically food to you.
You see, we have a channel here tonight, the Ultimate Shoe Tube. You were talking about reviewing shoes.
Yeah. He does a lot of the really cool he does like all the fancy I call them basketball shoes, but you guys should check it out. It's really cool, the stuff he reviews.
I love the channel name.
I don't slam dunk any basketballs anymore, so it's kind of beyond my time. But I'm cool in the Skechers.
The Skechers you're sold on to. So.
Apparently 2019 is going to be year for sneakers. That's what I read in the latest fashion review. So just an insight.
Yeah, heavy metal magnet Canadian tired.
Yes.
Funny guy. And he was very excited to see you on, by the way, Heavy Metal Magnet. So
yeah, Heavy Metal Magnet, he's awesome. Yeah. Went to a stream. I think I met him in here a couple must have been a couple months ago, and then he had a couple streams that he launched, and man, I was just dying laughing at this guy.
He is an awesome person, such a great person. Great spirit of what I like to see on YouTube. I would say he's an example of it. So, and he's so interesting. He's the one who, I think I found him through, if I remember right, the coin community, went to the metal detecting community, and then to this.
Yeah,
it was this magnet fishing, and that's when I was really trying to expand groups. That was kind of my pet project in the summer, was now to get even more of these niche groups from all over in here. And yeah, I seen this and I thought, this guy is just killer. Like, he's got such a good personality. He's funny. He's honest. Once again, all the things we're talking about with you, that's what gravitates to a channel. This guy's not putting it on. He's, he's sincere, and sincere goes a long way on this platform.
Yeah. If you're monotone, it's hard to succeed. I think if you're monotone and you're come across as fake, I've honestly done a few video cuts where I've tried to tweak a little bit my personality, and I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work. That's so not me. People are just gonna hit delete. So it shows you can't hide it behind the camera.
No. Oh my God, that was so sweet, Heavy Metal Magnet. Takes one to know one. Thank you so much. You have a great night, Iron Dog. Great to have you in here, my friend. I know 5 a.m. comes early. Yeah, he's in Michigan too. Iron Dog, 63. I'm sure he's in Michigan. There's all of you.
Yeah, there's a lot of Michiganders in here.
Exactly. But it is. I remember when I was looking to buy a drone, and I was watching his drone channels. There's one guy in the States, I forget his name. He's an older guy, and he does with the green screen, and he's one of these ones that has to take a background that looks like the BBC broadcasting studio.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those, and that's all going, you know, it looks like there's a bunch of action in behind. And he's like, and then you have the Mavic Pro is a fine, we have lots going on with the Mavic Pro. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like paint drawing. Like, God almighty, say anything that's semi-interesting. And he's a wealth of information, but you got to listen to him to hear it. Like, you know, say anything with a little bit of emphasis onto it. He was just like, he had a 20-minute video and he never broke that the whole time for 20 minutes. And the whole time, this whole BBC background behind him, I think I had nightmares from it in the end. You know?
So the one video I did, if anyone wants to get just either it's going to make you laugh a lot or it's going to make you just want to click stop right away, is I did a 7-minute video on ASMR where I literally sat at like one of our kitchen tables and like chomped on cinnamon twist for like 6 minutes. And I think I like passed gas during it too once, but I mean, there's the ASMR stuff. I don't know if anyone's real familiar with that, but
I love it.
I didn't really know a lot about it, but I tried kind of doing that, and I got a lot of feedback from people I know that are like, dude, you can't do that again because that was like fingernails on a chalkboard. This because it was like just such a large crunching of those cinnamon twists. But there's a few people that are like, oh no, I loved it, and like the retention time was like 10%, right? Yeah. Like that's pretty bad. So you gotta try all that stuff.
I'm so into that. Like I like how you experiment and stuff like that and have fun with it. That is so important. It really is. But I'm looking, your fried chicken mukbang did pretty good. You had 1.4K on that one.
Yeah, that was the Applebee's. I think we went to Applebee's and the waitress I think she was terrible. And the food was terrible and it didn't go well, and I think the kids were even making faces.
Well, that adds to it. So I mean, that's part of realism. Oh,
I've been thinking about getting in the Mitten Momsy, right? I'm always throwing ideas by her as well, and thought about getting some Nair. I think it's Nair where women like wax their whatever. And I thought about having her I could do a review of Nair and she could wax something, and and that could be interesting, but I don't know how that would go.
Well, definitely if you use the right keywords, get you some interest. You get a lot of drop-ins, I think. I really do believe that. I like the way you think. I really do. I love it. There's like no holes barred with you. You're up for pretty much anything, and that's pretty cool. Because a lot of people aren't that brave. So,
well, if anyone likes the things that I talk about, everyone has to check out High Velocity Savage, because that's a whole new. I got so much respect for that guy. Stuff he does, I could roll all night just dying laughing at his jokes.
Well, it's always good, and you feed off of that energy too. Hopefully, you bring some of it even back into your own video. Not copying, but you get inspired. Maybe one of the channels inspires you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You guys collab together sometimes, you said?
Yeah, once we did one a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was last week on I think it was on Scott Victor's channel, and then we're gonna do Scott and High Velocity we're gonna do one on my channel probably next week, and talk about some YouTube tips and tricks and kind of some upcoming news for 2019 and 2020. So we've talked about doing that on my stream sometime next week. So yeah, definitely looking to get into more of the collaborations. And now that I'm getting out there more, and on your guys' stream a lot. I'm on Green Bay's. I mean, I try to get on everywhere. Doug Fairchild.
I love Doug.
The cookies and so
that's my dirty what is it? Not dirty secret. My guilty pleasure. Yeah, it's going to Douglas Fairchild. So I love that channel.
Yeah, so definitely enjoy going to his channel as well. Yeah. Good guy.
He is such an awesome person. He really is a kind person, and he does so much, like with his mom all day and that. Like you said, this is his therapy almost, like, you know, to have that hour or two with everybody to kind of, there's a lot of stress what he's doing right now. You know, there's nothing
Absolutely.
hard, you know. And he's so good with her. Like, you know, you can tell the attitude he has with her just by the way he is there, you know. No sweat off his back. If she forgets his name, he doesn't get all upset and everything. He just looks after her. That's his main job. And yeah, he's a
good guy.
It's nice when you meet people like that on here. It kind of restores your faith and everything. Because there are some really nice, genuine people here. You got to weed through. But over time, you get to meet more of them. As long as they're outweighing the bad ones, you're in pretty good shape.
Well, like I said before, you see who keeps coming back, kind of supporting you, and also, you know, telling you what they've learned and what you've learned, and
yeah,
you know, it's all about sharing and trying to grow together.
Oh, definitely. There's like that was like what Jenny was saying. As we've grown in size, that's been our greatest thing of all. Is the more people we've been able to help. Because at 4,200 whatever, you're facing the same things as somebody with 600 subscribers. The air is not cleaner. It's not like you get a whole bunch of things. Sometimes it was even worse. Like 1,100 to 1,400 was disgustingly hard because nobody wanted to support you. Because ever since the stupid 1,000, 4,000 came out, everybody under it would say, I got you, nice leaf social blade run. And I get 30 I got yous, and literally I was lucky if 2 showed up, you know, because they look at it like, oh, he's over 1,000, he doesn't need anymore. It's like you've died and gone, you know, like,
yeah.
And it's like, no, I'm just beginning. I want to grow too, you know, I want to keep going. I'm not done. I'm just getting started. And anybody bigger doesn't notice you, and you just kind of like feel like you're in purgatory, you know, you got nobody to cling with. So.
Yeah, I think it's on some of the different niches as well. I've noticed certain niches, like the bigger YouTubers will actually respond, provide some feedback.
Yes.
But then there's a few other niches that I've kind of tried to kind of engage myself with, and it's like you can tell they don't really want to.
No.
It seems like they don't want to communicate, or, you know, hey, go figure it out, or like these little clans everywhere.
I've gone into model rail. Now, you wouldn't think this was competitive. For instance, model railway, you'd think that would be like one of the most open groups to new people. And there's like 140 in there. There was a lot. And I went in and I'm like, wow, guys, what a great stream. Nice to meet you. And they literally wrote right away, go, I won't say the word, but F yourself, and ban me. And I'm like, what did I do? I said hi. What did I do? You know, literally, I've literally said it vocally in front of the computer. I was shocked. I'm banned. I said hi.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I've said that's happened sometimes. Like, you know, and I get that in a gaming channel. Some of them, they're just that way. It's a lot more younger people. I'd probably be the same way at that age. But my God, we're talking model trains here. Usually not the most vicious people in the world. And I've met good trained people before anybody says anything to me. I love them. We actually have a guy coming up soon. But yeah, that was just a real shocker. But I guess there's that in everywhere. And a lot of them, too, that sometimes when you meet them, they've already been attacked by trolls and stuff like that. They've been going through 2 weeks of getting this stuff, and they're all shell shock. And, you know,
yeah.
I'm not making excuses for them, but, you know. Yeah, Sean from Panic D video. Ban. That's kind of funny, actually. It was kind of funny, yeah.
Yeah, of all people, you you guys get banned.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know, I'm just like, you know, because I do that sometimes, and I go into a channel and I realize that I'm not trying to toot our own horn, but they're even talking about like, oh, I want to grow and stuff like that, and all they have to do is, like you say, if they actually genuinely checked out channels instead of sub for sub, they would look at our channel and say, oh my God, look, they got this and that. This would actually be a good place. And I've seen it go into those and not get anybody even notice me. Because I don't push it. I don't talk about what we do. I don't get all, you know, I just another normal person in the chat. But yeah, it's like, it just shows you how they don't even read what anybody's doing, you know?
Yeah, it's you know, it's one of my pet peeves that I've actually got to the point where I've click spam, you know, where you have comments that come into your spam, then you validate if they are or aren't. And when someone just writes like "got you" or "I'm number 655" or, you know, whatever it is, if it flags it as spam, I'll just spam.
Exactly.
Because otherwise you get it there and they're going to be probably gone tomorrow anyway. YouTube's going to pull it, you know.
100%, and it sets a bad precedent. If you start leaving all that stuff there, more people are going to think it's open season and putting it. I don't want that. I would rather have no comments than something like that.
Yeah, we try to catch up on those and delete them.
Yeah.
Well, and how many, you know, when you go to some of the larger YouTubers, how many of those guys do you see that have comments that say "got you" or, you know what I mean? Like I'm number 6,000. It's just you don't see that stuff. So it's
exactly, 100%. I mean, it's so easy to leave a basic comment. Let's face it. Even if you wanted to cheat your way through it, at least look, if you're going to do it that way, look down and see what other people wrote and see if they wrote anything coherent. Jump to the video, at least watch, you know, a minute here, a minute there, and a minute there, and at least get a bit of the story, you know. But they already have a pasted message in anyways. They're not looking. They're just flops. Like that was the thing about sub. And yes, I know they're watching more for, but there's a lot for context too. And if this chat right now was just sub me, snub me, versus I just checked out your channel and I subscribed to it coming up, you know, every even 2 minutes, there's a context. Same as this channel. Like we could say shout outs, how grow your channel and all these things. But if we said subscribe festival, subbing, all the subbing, you can sub your sub art. Well, yes, of course you're going to get flagged to the ass because you've just been asking for it. You're blatantly misusing the word. Context does a lot. Same as the shout-out channels. We got to mark that. You got to say what it is because that's what saves you. Because somebody has come to us before and they said, oh, well, if anybody's hooking up your channel, you're going to get banned. No, we won't. We're a help channel. We don't let people write stuff like that. They don't say it all the time. That's context. But you've seen channels without context. I know you have over time. Everybody's run into them at some point. You know.
Absolutely.
There's one magic word flying across there, you know, and I'm glad they're doing that because, yes, some people hide under, like, and I'm not picking on anybody. It could be bus, flying outdoor houses, geese wings. They come up with all these words. Well, that's what the algorithm's going to look for. If it's seeing geese wing, it knows right away something's up.
Yeah, it's gonna all that art of, you know, the automation in these software programs. Which one of the things, I guess, a tip that maybe everyone's already familiar with is Google has a API now for their photos where you can actually go to their API and throw in like your thumbnail and it'll actually detect, you know, what's in that photo. So like I had a picture of a deer that was taken on a deer camera or trail camera. And it came right out and just threw it in there within seconds. It comes back with all the AI saying, this is a deer, it's this. And it's just phenomenal. Yeah. So they're going to see patterns like that in the comments and everything else too. And you're going to get flagged eventually.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can pull on all the acts you want. You can't fool it, you know, at this point. Same as when it finds music. It's going by sound wave like basically taken like, you know, as a thumb scan. It's looking at the wave pattern. Okay, it's this song from that song. This song's not allowed to be used and it's gone. And it's done in a matter of seconds. It's not some guy sitting around holding up transparencies and got one song in each ear listening to it. I mean, it sides on the air of caution. So you have to be extra careful because the AI doesn't have a conscience. It doesn't look into it. So it's going to be blatantly clear that if something happens to your channel, at least you can show when they do the manual review, you have it written and shown what you were doing because it's too late to change it once it's been caught.
I just wanted to put attention to the thumbnail thing. That's what we've been trying to talk about during Tuesday Tech Talks as well, is why thumbnails are so important.
Yes.
Exactly what you were just talking about, that it does read everything what you guys have on there, and I'm talking to the chat. Everything what is there, it's visible and readable, and that's why it's one of the most important, together with the title, things to have on your video, is so it is detectable. All the things that we're talking about are not just because, it's because they actually are using that technology to detect what you have in your thumbnail, to know if it goes together with your video. That's exactly what we're talking about. So I appreciate you saying that because
it reiterates.
Yeah, it reiterates what we've been talking about before.
Yeah, Scott and I, Scott Fichter and I, we did some testing, I think last week, on basically it's a video I had was a thumbnail. I think it was a 2018 versus the 2010 MacBook Pro. And so we took the photos and put kind of one through that AI, and then one of them was without any text over it. And then we took another one with text over it, and it could tell the difference. So you also got to make sure that if you're putting text on your thumbnails, that you're put in the right spot, because otherwise it can totally skew the whole image.
Yep.
So that was phenomenal. Like just taking that same photo with just one with text and without, and you got like a completely different, because it covered up part of it. So
of course they can't read it if it's covered at this point. Exactly. And it's so sophisticated. You know, we are all excited about these apps, like Andrew was saying, Shazam, reading music, you know, and photo apps are detecting your faces and taking pictures, you know, differently if it's portrait or it's object photography. But you know, it's all just a consequence. Like, you know, it's a
byproduct of that
byproduct.
technology.
Thank you. Exactly.
Like GPS is where it's using already launched, U.S. satellites and everything else.
Exactly.
It's just a byproduct.
Like, for example, Amazon has a huge division. You would think it's just for selling stuff, but it has a huge division for face detection programming, and actually shares all their studies about it. So if you really want to check that out, you can always find information more about it and what exactly do they do and how to maybe use it in your advantage.
Free beers and sissy show. Welcome. I like them.
Hello.
Welcome. There we
go. Well, can I touch on my question, or is it too early?
Sure. No. Let's go with the questions. Right?
No, my question. I don't know. Well, I wanted to catch, before you guys slide into a different category, I wanted to catch into the questions about this week and Black Friday. I know you did a video about Best Buy and scams there. But I wanted to maybe expand into the topic about shopping and the places, or what to do, what not to do, where to go and where not to go. Is it actually worth it? And you know, because we kind of get into this craze of Black Friday or Boxing Day, big sale, getting to buy all the things. But what it actually is about, and is it worth it? And if it is, then how we should be doing it.
Yeah, so I did a post, video, I think it was last week, on the Best Buy kind of scam, and I'm the first to say that I've always kind of been a big Best Buy fan, but over the past several years, a few times I've stood in those lines, right? And I've stood in these lines for these products that you get to the door and they're not there because they only had 5 in the store.
Right.
And you're number 15 in line, so you wait all night and you can't get your product. And also I did some research this year a little bit on, I wrote some things down here. So like, for example, like the Nintendo Switch, that $300 they're selling that for, I believe, at Best Buy. But then you can go to GameStop and you get it at the same price, plus you get a gift card, right? Or you can go to Kohl's and you pay $30 more, but you actually get a headset and you get $90 in Kohl's cash back.
Wow.
So really the point of, and there's several examples, even with the Xbox and a few other items. But the bottom line is, when we see these sales and these ads, like from Best Buy, and I use Best Buy as the example, right? Because I'm into tech, but you got to really read the fine print, because many times they got these killer deals that are $100 for a TV, right? You probably go on Amazon and it's the same price, and you can get it delivered to your door tomorrow, and you've got to wait in line.
That's right.
And if you wait in line at the store, you got to wait, and there's 5 at the store, maybe you're 6 in line. Many times, if you do some research, there could be a Target, Walmart could be carrying a similar brand computer with a rebate or a gift card, and it's all in what you as the consumer really want to put up with. If you like enjoying the crowds and dealing with the chaos, I shouldn't say chaos. Sometimes it can be chaos. By the way, I'm gonna do a live stream on Black Friday, Wednesday night, Best Buy. I want to do a live stream out front.
That'd be awesome.
That's
watch
crazy.
Watch everybody camping out. But But anyway, I would just suggest to look in all these flyers and look at the fine print, because I think if you go in somewhere, like 3 years ago, I went into Best Buy, stood in line. It's like, I want this product. And I was 15 or 20 in line and they're out of it. Right. So I wasted like 8 hours of standing in line for something I could have bought off Amazon. It would have been here in 2 days. So sometimes, can we wait, or do we need to buy it right now and just get that instant gratification that, hey, it's in my hands now, versus waiting a couple days? And so I think each individual's personality kind of has their different characteristics on what kind of keeps them going and what motivates them. And for me personally, I don't find it satisfying to stand in line for that long and then not be assured I'm gonna get the product, than to find out after the fact it's not the best deal. The other thing that I've done, we have some bigger stores like Lowe's and Menards kind of within our area. They're like big departmental stores. They got tools and all kinds of different things. And one of the things where they have all these doorbuster sales and get here between 6 and 10, but the last 2 years we've actually went there and we've went kind of at 2 in the afternoon or 5 in the afternoon. And some of those places get so much product that you can get the same thing and just walk in and walk out.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so, but it's just, I think a lot of these stores too, they're trying to upsell us on stuff when it comes to tech. Like if you go to Best Buy, one of the big things that they do, and it's a great marketing process that they have, but you buy a computer for $500 and then they want to sell you antivirus for $100 and then sell you some other thing to remove the programs for $200. So you're into it for $800, then you got an extra warranty. That's another $200.
Yep.
And if you do your research and talk to people in the industry, right, you can get free antivirus on the internet for a home user. That's going to be sufficient.
Exactly.
So there's things like that where, I see a lot of people going to these stores and doing this, and it's like, hey, you could have done this. Yep. And you just hate to see people lose money and do those type of things.
Well, that's the problem with the box stores, and they prey a lot on people who enjoy tech but aren't completely tech savvy, especially. They really, and it's like the same as cars did with the anti-rust proofing and blah, 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 blah. They've adopted the same fashion. It's all the bells and whistles where they make their money. There's a small margin now on the laptops. And a lot of the laptops and stuff, like my mother will call me, and I want to get a new laptop, and look, they have a big sale there. But the thing is, like it's like 3 years old. You can tell what they've been, and people don't know that. Well, no, it's a good one. It's a Dell. Well, yes, it's a Dell. We all know it's a Dell, but there's different Dells in the pack, and that's where I feel bad sometimes, where I've seen people go and spend some decent amount of money on a computer that they really could have went, if it was available at a store, if they didn't care about the age, they could have got it for a lot less because they've been out for so long, or you could have buy it secondhand on Craigslist or somewhere at that point and save yourself, only pay a third of the price.
Yeah, the other thing too, I've done some research and I've seen it in the past that the men moms always laughs at me because JC Penney, right? I don't know if everyone has JC Penney is where they're at, but they always got a sale like all the time, right? And there's every sale they have, it's the same price no matter what day of the year it is. And so it's almost like their stuff's always on sale, but I think they mess with the MSRP. Okay. And take it up and then take it down. And so really it's the same price at the end of the day.
Exactly.
So those are things where I guess maybe I'm more skeptical of it, but it's just, I feel like a lot of stores do that. Now there are some stores where you do get deals, but I tell you, Amazon is one of my favorites. You can't get the stuff right away, but you can get it turned around pretty quickly. And they got a great return policy too. If you get something that's damaged, it doesn't work, you don't gotta you gotta wait a couple days, but there's no question. You just send it back and get your exchange.
I ordered $1,300 worth of computer gear for this when I was building my computer. The last bits I got from them, and the guy screwed up, delivered to the wrong address. It was supposed to be guaranteed. And that day they were on it, and they sent another $1,300 worth to me to come the next day. And ended up the delivery guy found it, got it returned to me that night. Just got the box, returned to sender, no questions asked, no extra billing. It was perfect. I couldn't ask for better. That was easier almost than some of the box stores to return.
Yeah, it's crazy too. Like it seems like the last couple of years, a lot of there's so many customers that are, like I think it was Walmart last year, Ulta, or one of these makeup stores, but everyone's racing to get a curling iron, right? And people are like almost fighting each other, and it's just like, I mean, obviously I don't need a curling iron, but it's just I wouldn't want to see anybody put yourself through that, right?
Yeah.
Find what you want. If they open at 6, go at 10. You're going to be probably further ahead because you can walk right in, see if they got it or if it's gone.
Right. It's another thing too. I wanted to go back to a while ago when you were saying about some of the stores and marking up and down. Is that famous yellow price tag, and everybody thinks right away it's a sale without looking at it, and it's the same price when you flip it up. You know, it's such a scheme. You know, I've heard they've talked about banning it here in Canada. That's actually going in front of like there's a motion coming across that they're not going to be allowed to do that anymore. Like emphasis a regular price anymore. But I haven't. That was like a year ago. You know how that works. But yeah, that was specifically targeting those things because it is a scam. When it's all said and done, yes, buyer beware. I always look at my prices. I consider myself pretty maybe I'm cheap, some of them call me, but I want to know what I'm paying and I want to know the history. I don't jump into things very quickly, but a lot of people do, and they see a yellow tag like, oh, it's a sale, it's on sale. It's not on sale. There's no other price beside it. We have a grocery store here and they always say the lowest price. Yeah, it's the lowest price, but you can sell it like that for 10 months. It's not much of a deal.
Yeah, it's the other thing too is a lot of them and a lot of the articles you read will tell you this too, and this is Best Buy does at Walmart, all the stores do it, is one item may seem like it's a really good deal, but they get you in the store to buy that one item, right, for a good deal, but then you're probably overpaying for a few other things, so they're offsetting their costs.
Right.
So it's good business, I guess, for them.
Yeah.
But pick and choose. If you want to buy a PlayStation 4 game here that's $40, buy that here, but then go check pricing on the console somewhere else because it may be cheaper. So but again, then you have the opportunity cost, right? Do you want to be drive around all day trying to find the best deal and sit in lines? Just order it online. It's probably worth the extra $20.
Exactly. We do that with Christmas gifts. I won't buy them all one place. I'm looking, and then I'll go to Best Buy sometimes because they'll price match, for instance. If it's at another place, at least they're good on that part. But if they won't, I'll go where I have to go. I mean, it doesn't make sense to drive, 100 miles sometimes to save $10. But if it's just 2 blocks over and stuff like that, it's worth it. It all adds up in the end. Same as accessories. That's where they really get you. I mean, the price of cables in these stores is unbelievable. You can get them on Amazon for next to nothing,
Yeah, and Apple's really been kind of putting the hammer to everybody too, I think, on all these new MacBooks. They're getting rid of a lot of these cables, and you got to buy all these extenders and adapters, and you go to Best Buy, and before you know it, you got $200 on adapters. You got an Amazon, and $20, you got everything you need.
Exactly. 100%.
But again, a lot of it's when you're at the Best Buy, you got your laptop, you think you got to have that adapter instead of waiting a couple days. I mean, I've done it, right? We've all,
yes, of course. But we try not to make a practice of it, whenever possible. And that's a good thing about ordering that monitor from Amazon, because you can order the cables and everything at the same time at a lower price. They'll come in all together, so you don't have to wait.
Where would be the places for people to do their homework at? Like, because I understand you're saying that we should check out beforehand, like where is what, and what is there certain websites, or just compare the prices on different websites, or what do you do if you want to check prices for something?
So I don't have a specific site. I kind of go to Google and just look at Black Friday ads, and there's a lot of sites that basically pull in all the different stores ads and kind of consolidate them, and they kind of do some calculations for you already to say, hey, here's the deal here, not on every specific item, but if it's like tech specific or if it's clothing specific. And so Google's really your best friend, because you can go to all these sites and instead of going to like the old school way was like you go to bestbuy.com, you look at their ad, then you go to Target, you look at their ad, right? Well, you can Google Black Friday deals 2018, and you'll get all kinds of sites that basically just summarize everything for you.
Right.
And you just start clicking through there and look at the things you want. So I kind of pick and choose different items, and then obviously I still go to the main site for Best Buy or Walmart to validate, hey, is this the right ad? Because there are times where you think it's current, then it's referencing something from like 2016. So
That's true.
That's one of the downsides to it.
Mm-hmm. That's a very good point, though. And it's just smart shopping. It's really using your head, using all the resources. I like to research as much as I can. Because I always feel like I don't want to walk away feeling screwed. I want to try my best to make sure that I feel I got the most decent deal possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
I worked for, I think you've been here before, and I said I used to work for like a major music equipment distributor. And that was about the time that all the big names like Fender and that were starting to put guitars in box stores. And the music stores were terrified. And rightfully so, because it opens, even though they weren't selling the high-end stuff, it still opens it up. And that's exactly what they were telling them was to start making more money on the accessories and stuff like that. And that's where a lot of those stores make their money. The markup in accessories is through the roof. The big items, the bigger the item, the smaller the margin, especially on technology. Laptops and that, they don't make much. So the accessories pay the bills.
So one of the sites that I did pull up earlier that I was looking at was called blackfriday.com. So if you go there, it's got all kinds of, live, basically Target toy book, Target Black Friday sneak peek. And so they update this quite often. There's several of them out there like that. So I just go through there and start glancing through everything. A lot of them are leaked, right? So they're, there's an employee or someone that leaks some of the stuff when they shouldn't have, so it gets on the internet. But 9 times out of 10, if it's leaked, it's still on sale. Just somebody's probably lost their job.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to help somebody out lose your job
for the sake of everybody else.
Yeah, that's the most giving person on earth.
Scott just posted hot deals as well. Hotdeals.org. I don't know. He doesn't have anything for Canada though, but for you guys in States, it definitely works. It's like a summary of all the deals out there, which is great.
Another one I like to use for myself is ShopBot. I use a lot. I mean, it's not so much for Black Friday, but sometimes they do give advanced pricing.
Then one of the more reputable ones, which is probably everyone's pretty much aware of it, is just CNET.com.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's one of the big kind of overarching tech review companies. So they kind of go through and just hit on mainly the tech related items. They'll tell you, hey, this is on sale here and this is on sale there.
Right.
And so you can really bounce around anywhere. I'm sure, if someone's into makeup, you can probably, best makeup deals for Black Friday. They probably got a site that will consolidate and tell you to go to Ulta and pay X amount versus, Macy's for this much.
Do you think it's worse to go on a Black Friday, or is it better just wait for Cyber Monday and buy everything online?
I think it's so historically I would say it's better to wait till Cyber Monday, but I think the Black Friday kind of whole concept the last several years, probably the last 2 to 3 years, has really kind of gotten out of control.
Mm-hmm.
Where even today you have like, hey, get your Black Friday deals today, right? So I think the return on investment, I'd be curious if somebody did a study to see what's the difference. But I think anytime you can buy something online, you have more avenues to pull from in a quicker fashion. And so as long as you can stomach kind of waiting for that delivery to show up and potentially paying that shipping charge, if there is a shipping charge, you're probably gonna be further ahead. But Cyber Monday historically has some really good deals. It's just sometimes they're not as wide open. It might be specific, right? Like Home Depot, right, or Lowe's, they have a specific tool or brand on sale, where if you go to Home Depot or Lowe's on Black Friday, the whole store is basically on sale, right?
Yes.
So it's more centralized, I think.
It's a tool.
But I prefer online, even for Christmas shopping, like you said. I just get it online. I know it's going to be here plenty in time in advance, and I don't need to be out there last minute Christmas shopping, which I still am anyway.
Yeah, I know. There's always something. Never fails.
It's like, I forgot this.
You think of dot every eye. We actually have a place we go for, especially for our daughter mostly, and some of the other smaller kids that we know. It's one of these outlets that opens up for 3 months a year, and it's connected to a warehouse, and it's a lot of the toys that, brand name, Fisher Price and all that, and they bought out of like big stores, and they're on a discount. And there's these critters that we buy our daughter. They're usually mostly sold in like Kohl's type stores here. They're expensive, but there we get them for like a third or fourth of the price.
Fourth of the price, yeah.
Like a house that costs $200 Canadian for it cost $50 there. And
wow.
We've been buying it for years because they always have those. So every year we update it a bit more for her and get her some new stuff out of it.
Yeah, you can buy different houses. You can attach to each other and so on. But yeah, I would never think of buying them, for $200.
Never. I don't care if I was making $10 million a year.
But this is a great place. And that's what we like to do here too, is shop for these outlet stores, liquidation stores. They often times have it. I don't know if you guys have it there as much as well. But I find it's a very great avenue for saving money, to find these places.
But outlets can be tricky too now because some of them call themselves outlets and the price is the exact same or the quality is shot.
Yes, yeah.
This one does have good quality. We've checked it, but yeah, there's some of them that are complete frauds.
The other couple of sites to check too, just for good cyber deals or online deals, I should say, would be the shipping can take a while, but sometimes Alibaba.
Oh God, I haven't heard of them in a while.
Yeah, so I mean they got some pretty good stuff. Sometimes you gotta buy it in bulk, but sometimes the bulk isn't too bad. And then the other big one is that started to really, I think, not take over, but kind of compete with Amazon a little more is Wish.com.
Wish.com?
Yeah, so that one's starting to.
There's Wish.com and there's another one like because they're pretty big on. I don't want this. I was trying to show everybody at home the sites, but it's that login stuff. Ugh.
Yeah, they got all these pop-ups.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, anybody can sign it. Just your Facebook account if you want to use. Just I'm not gonna log into my Facebook account on.
But the biggest downside to a lot of these is if you want to buy gifts for family and friends, you probably want to get on these sites here pretty soon and order them because they do take a little longer through Wish.com. It's not like necessarily an overnight like Amazon.
Right.
A lot of stuff's coming overseas, but they got shoes that are allegedly $123 and they're on sale for $13, right? But Can you wait 30 days to get them?
Yeah.
So picked up a few things from there. The quality seems to be pretty good. I have some friends that bought a lot of shoes and stuff over there, and he seems to like them, keeps buying them. So just, he'll buy 4 pairs at a time, right? So some cool stuff, though. It's starting to, I think, I don't want to say they're hurting Amazon, but it's another option that people are really starting to pick up on. Even reviewers that are on YouTube, right? Product reviews, hey, I'm reviewing this from Wish.com, and so it's like Amazon number 2.
It's like, what was the name of the other one? PriceDrop.com or something, like Linus Tech Tips and all those guys. If everybody buys, like they open it up, and if enough people buy into it, you can get a set of headphones that were regular such a price. You can get it for this.
Like Groupon coupons almost.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, another place to get really good deals is a YouTube channel. If you want good ideas for what to buy for Christmas, go to the Mitten Dad. It's an unbelievable channel to find out all kinds of great information about products. So we can't leave that one out. That's the number one that I recommend to anybody. Definitely check him out. He has got, you never know. You just might find that Christmas gift you've been trying to think about for dad or whoever, or you might just find it right on that channel. So,
and you have the links of the items that you are reviewing right in the descriptions. That's right.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, I appreciate the shout out and everything, all the support you guys have provided, all the support from the fans in the chat. But there's one gift that I can highly recommend for a stocking stuffer. $20 is that Wise Cam. I am serious. That thing, if you have pets, if you have kids, if you want to put it in your front window to watch the traffic go by or the mailman come, check out the video. I mean, I think it's $20 to $30 for the camera, but it's a game changer. I mean, it keeps up with the Nest, it keeps up with Ring, and I mean, you can buy 7 or 8 of these things for the price of a Nest, or you can daisy chain them. That's unbelievable. Check out the video. It's perfect. $20, $30 for a stocking stuffer. I mean, heck, if I would have got that in my stocking, I'd be like, oh, this is awesome, right? I mean, you plug it in, you're recording and watching your dog, tear up the house while you're gone. So
it is awesome for the price like that. It is amazing, and seeing their review, your review right away know that it works, because oftentimes it's like, you know, it's cheap. Well, maybe it doesn't work well.
Exactly. What's the catch?
Exactly. Yeah. But that's great to see you reviewing it, because then you know it actually does work. So that's awesome. Definitely, guys, go check that out. The latest video from the Mitten Dad about the spying camera.
I think that's amazing, though. I really do. Like, and that's
it does record sound too, so keep it out of your bedroom.
Oh. Or not.
Oh my God. You heard it here, folks.
That's crazy, though. You can record it, and it saves for 14 days, and it has sound, and it only costs $20. Wow. They should promote it more, I think. Definitely.
I just seen an article that they had sold I think they've sold over 1 million of those in the last year.
That's crazy.
Here recently.
Wow.
It's phenomenal.
Wow. Yes, it is, definitely.
That's amazing.
That's crazy. By the way, Austin was saying here about Wish that he had and friends had bad experience with it most of the time. I don't know how your experience have been, but they have heard really bad ones. So I guess you're just gonna check it out, and you know, if you're willing to wait, as our guest was saying. I'm not going to read what Heavy Metal Magnet was saying, but you can Google yourself Wish funny items and check it out yourself.
Will do.
Oh my goodness. That's so funny. Well, Heavy is always funny. I have one more question. I don't know, maybe Andrew has some more afterwards, but we are nearing the end of the year, so it's kind of like a two-part question. What is, in your opinion, like the biggest item of 2019, and what do you think is going to be there in 2019 that is going to just take our roofs off?
You know, I guess I'm into technology, right? And I like technology and security. And I think to some this may be boring, to some this may be exciting, but I think with all the security and privacy that we continue to hear about with security breaches and just the different technologies that are out there, and customer information and our information being, you know, breached by, you know, whomever does it, right? I think I'm very curious to see how a lot of companies are going to navigate to more of these online stores like Amazon. So like I look at Best Buy, right? Look at Lowe's. You know, I've heard rumors that Best Buy is hurting pretty bad, right? The Amazon's basically hurting them, you know, pretty good just on the financial front. So I think it's a balance of security, privacy, and convenience. And I'm just curious where the market's going to take us. We're seeing a lot of stores that are closing, I think, because the Amazons are just overpowering on price.
Yeah.
And I guess from that perspective, I'm just the balance between how quick do we need it, the security and privacy. I'm just curious what the market's going to show in 19 and what direction we're going to kind of head down.
It's a very good point. And it is. I mean, I know here they just closed a bunch of Best Buys. It's feeling the pinch. And it's hard for brick and mortar to be able to compete with it. But on the other side, like you said with Wish, there are those channels that are oh my God, we've been on YouTube way too long. Those sites are starting to edge up, and they're nowhere near taking over Amazon. But it's something is going to give eventually. They're going to start taking little bits and little bits of the market. And we're going to have the battles we used to get with brick and mortar stores, we're going to get in the online market. Amazon's huge, but I don't think it will be here forever. Nothing is forever.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really interesting to see when those wars start and how much sabotage can go on between an online store. I'm not saying they're going to do it. I don't have a tinfoil hat. But the options are a lot easier to get in and cause havoc and access information. Ties right in what you're saying about security and stuff like that. A war between them could make us very vulnerable.
Well, I think Amazon's been pretty upfront. They're trying to do what the customer wants, right? Yeah. And so I think all of us as customers are going to drive kind of the market and what we bring in or see in the future. The challenge is technology can evolve us in many ways, but at what point is it too much and we relying too much on it, right?
Yeah.
So like I look at some of the even the fast food places around, where we live, and they're starting to, I don't want to say replace people, but they're putting automated order things in, right? Where you just walk in and touch buttons and order, so you don't need the person to ring you up anymore. So, it's really cool from a technology perspective. That doesn't help someone that could, potentially be out of a job someday. So, we keep demanding more and more and faster and faster and faster, but at what point is it too much?
That's right.
I think all of us as customers are going to drive that, but sometimes it can be be careful what you wish for.
Definitely. It's all great and fine and dandy when it's not your job that's on the line right at the moment, but it could be your job at some point, or your kid's job at the line, and it slowly starts to eat into it. Like the new Amazon store in is Seattle, I believe, where it's unmanned. They say unmanned, but there's still people working there. They're not ready to fully put all the it's got to be checked a bit. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of a sign of what might be coming very close down the future.
Well, we've seen it here too. There's a couple places, a different kind of area of business, but even workout facilities, right? There's a lot of those probably where everyone else is at too, where some of those are, now open 24 hours. So from 5 at night till, 6 in the morning, there's basically no one present, right? You got a badge, you walk in and swipe, and showers are there. Unless there's an emergency, nobody's coming. And so, while that's cool for overnight like that, at what point do people start saying, hey, we can do this during the day too? And just curious to see where we go, I guess.
Time, unfortunately, will tell, or fortunately, depending how things work out. We don't have that crystal ball, but I'm sure, I don't even know sometimes if we want to know, maybe we wouldn't even progress. And because it's not always, like you say, it's not always a blessing. It really isn't. So I got to thank you for your time tonight. And it's been such a pleasure talking with you. You're a really interesting person. You're very kind and genuine. You are so genuine. That's what I kept having. Every time we have a guest on, something keeps coming in your head. And with you tonight, it's just been genuine all the time. Like, you really are that everyday Joe with that extra special spark into him. And I think that's a nice mix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys having me, and it's been an honor to be on as a special guest. And I appreciate everyone that's in the chat now and that was in the chat earlier. And I'll continue to sync back, watch the live stream, and try to follow up with everyone that sent over some comments. And I think it's a reminder for even me, right, that there's a lot of people out here that support me, and there's probably 20 out there that I support regularly, and I probably need to broaden my horizon and get out there some more too. So,
well, I think you got some more new followers tonight. You won some more hearts. You always do, and I think tonight getting to know you a bit better just added to that. So there's the cherry on top of the cake. So you really are a great guy. You really are.
Well, I appreciate that. If anyone on the chat, or if you're watching this afterwards on the live stream or the replay, if you have any questions on wanting to review products or kind of how I got started or contacts that I've made, or anything like that, feel free to send me an email. It's in my about section. It's on the website or the YouTube site. And then I actually have my phone number posted. Now, it's not my regular phone number. It's my my secondary phone number, but please call that, leave me some nasty messages, some funny messages. But no, honestly, I want to help. I want to help where I can. And, no matter if you have 1 subscriber, if you have 10,000, I think we can learn from each other until we all get on that same page and we try to think we're all bigger and better than everyone.
Yeah.
I think we're all going to kind of have inner fighting. So let's just move together forward in a positive manner and help each other out.
I really like your way of looking at it, and I think more people look at it like that, this will be an even happier place.
Absolutely.
It should. It's already enough work being on YouTube. It shouldn't be a grudge to be on YouTube.
I'm glad you said that, because when I first thought of YouTube, and I hear about people being rich and famous and all these, getting all this money, and it's like, man, that is so easy. You know, it's just everyone, even mine, it's like, I can just go do that. And then I'm like, holy cow, all this hours and all this time. I mean, it's full-time job. I
It
mean,
is.
especially you start cranking 2 or 3 videos a week. I mean, it's not as easy. So everyone thinks, you know, oh, you got a YouTube channel. Huh? It's a lot of work.
Yep.
It's a lot of dedication. So
That is very true.
Very true.
And that's why I always, you probably heard me say lots. I refer to it as kind of the gold rush era all over again has been going on. And a lot of people have pie in the eye dreams. We all do. But then once the reality hits, it's a lot of work to grow on here. But
absolutely.
But you know what? You wear it well. You entertain a lot of people and you're good to other people. And I think it's just the beginning for you. And just remember us when you're really big. That's all I ask.
Hey, I won't forget you guys. You know that.
I love it. Keep entertaining. Give our best to the family. And you're such a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Hey, thanks so much. And if you guys ever want to reach out to or call or chit chat on stuff, feel free. We're going to be doing a live stream here next week with Scott and likely High Velocity Savage. And we're going to have some pretty interesting info that we're, you know, sources are hearing from kind of the inside or near the inside for upcoming years on spam words and just other things with YouTube and strategy. So I think it'll be beneficial. So pop by and stop by if you can. And if you want to talk even further with, you know, Scott or any of us, happy to include you guys and try to grow together and help each other.
Sounds like a plan.
Thank you so much.
All right. You guys have an awesome evening. And thanks again to everyone in the chat. And we'll see you soon.
Thank you for joining us. And thank you for all your support to us. And hope to give you lots back. Love having you in the chat, by the way.
Keep in touch.
All right.
You take care. Have a great night.
Bye.
You too.
Bye now.
See you.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. That was the Mitten Dad. Yeah. If you are wondering that you just came in, all his social links and YouTube channel is in the description. So please go and follow and get in touch with him. As he said, any questions, you're guys more than welcome to get in touch with him. Yeah. That was amazing. It was amazing. It was great to hear about his story, about lots of interesting facts about YouTube. And of course, Friday specials on the Black Friday week as well. I just couldn't wait to have those questions asked.
Guys, just know that before we go, usually we only send you guys to a live stream. Tonight we got going to ask you guys to help us out in something that's really important in the community. So I hope you guys can hang around, stay tight. We're going to do that in just a few moments. So just asking if you can hang around for that. We could really use your help to help somebody feel a bit better that's going through an extremely, extremely bad time right now. So.
Well, did you want to?
Well, no, I just wanted to say because somebody started saying lyrics. I was trying to say.
Yeah, I was already posting this, so people don't go anywhere. Let's have a special dedication after this, as Andrew was saying.
Yes, because I know everybody wants to see the selfies. That's why, and I definitely want to bring those up. I'm actually loading them up right now as we speak. So.
Yes, there are some new ones coming in as I peeked through as always. Dickie Beer Reviews. Hello, cheers, cheers, cheers.
Hey.
And Stacy Morgan was saying thank you as well. Thank you all guys for joining in. Yes, please don't go anywhere. We're just looking at the Blue Wrench selfies right now.
Here we go, guys. Let's get them up. Let's get them up. Oh, that's awesome. See, Gene Bear got he's showing off his new merch. He's got his new merch going. That's it.
That's awesome as always.
Yeah,
that's
they're
awesome.
Looking good. Here, I'll give him a full shot. Look at that. He's got actually some really nice stuff in here.
Yeah.
Really nice. I like it. Very cool. And Jiggy time. Come and tell your friends and family. Bring a crowd for tonight, guys. Love you all.
That's awesome. Love that.
That's so amazing.
-20. Woo. Yeah, we're going to have -27 on Thursday, guys.
That's right.
Terrible.
Oh, that looks good.
Yes.
Looks very good, Gator Bite.
You're doing better and better every time. Awesome.
That is true. Gene Bear, what do you got up here? Gene Bear gets so many of them I can't even tell one from the other.
Oh, he's featuring his video with J-Wag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had an interview.
Nice.
He's featuring his video about it. That's good. Awesome.
Good for you. You're a mover and a shaker, my friend. You're a mover and a shaker.
That's right.
Oh, Nick Fam.
And of course, Heavy Metal Magnet with his amazing epic selfie. I just love your backyard. It's so boho.
I know.
Boho design. I just love it. So cozy.
It suits his character though.
Yeah.
It's so much. Know. You're like cool times 1,000,000, my friend. So there you go. Thank you, son. And of course, who do we got here? That's what I was waiting for. You got it in just in time. Wow. I love it, my friend.
Awesome. To give me reviews.
He always gets in, always got his merch on and everything else and that. Props to him. Absolutely love it. You got great selfies, my friend. Always love seeing you guys. Thank you so
guys.
much.
That is so awesome. Yep. And thank you again. Special thank you to Polly who did a selfie with our merch today.
That was cool. Yes.
Our first merch selfie from Blue Ranch Group. Go and check it out. He has 2 of them posted up there. That was really exciting too. Thank you so much. Alan Oxidine just joined the scene. Thank you so much. Thank you for the warm welcome. We're here every night. Well, almost. We're here 6 times a week from Sunday to Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, except for Thursdays when we are on at 1 p.m. And tomorrow we're going to be back with Tuesday Tech Talk, which basically is a think tank about YouTube, everything, editing, photo, video, any questions we and you guys have. We all talk for 3 hours, try to get those questions answered, and it really has been a big hit. And great resource for everybody. So hope you can join us. Wednesday, we're going to be having Jaded Diva on talking about bees and beer right before American Thanksgiving. I think it's a very fitted subject. And of course, Friday takes a minute. Our Australian friend Ben talking about his life, hopefully, photography, and his multiple channels out there.
Guys, when I catch everybody, like I say before we leave, you guys have probably heard already. I'm not sure who's in the circle with him, but this is not a very... I want to turn off the music here for this. Guys, this is about Kevin the Fam, and I don't know if you've heard already. You've seen Kevin here in the chats numerous times. Really awesome person who went through a lot of stuff this summer. Got everything back on track, and then only to have his son... was killed a couple of days ago. Him and his girlfriend. His son was 18 years old. They were hit by a train in a bad crossing in their town that I guess they've been fighting for a while, everybody to try and get proper signage up. And unfortunately, this young man and his girlfriend lost their lives. And our heart goes out to them many times over. And guys, I'm going to be asking you guys for some help on this one. Paige, please, this is not the time, okay? This is not the time. So, guys, when his dad was going through some troubles, he wrote a song for his dad on his YouTube channel. And the best way to kind of pay tribute to him is to the Green Bay Wacky and them started last night getting people to watch this video, and they've been retweeting it out like crazy. And I was wondering if you guys could help us out. Don't put hashtags from us. You don't have to do any of that stuff. That's not what it's about. Instead, we're going to put up the link. And can you guys just go over and watch this video? And if you could tweet it out. And tweet it out to as many people as you can. And if you see friends that retweet it again. Anybody you know that can come over and leave a kind message. And I know we usually go to another live stream. We like helping people out, but I think this is the proper way to celebrate. They did that last night, a young man's life, and I agree with them on that 1,000%. So we'll put the link out for you guys, and if you can do that, that would be really awesome. What can I say?
I do appreciate the video had I think under 200 views yesterday, and people have managed to get just under 3,000 now, and it's kind of is a tribute to him, and maybe we'll get some solstice for their family.
Yes.
Eventually. So if we can help to get this song out there.
So if you guys can help us, because I mean, we're all here together, and I want to even get more people to see this. So if you guys can tweet it out. It says not working.
Okay.
Did you share the video?
Just sharing again a different link. Try this one.
There you go, guys. We're going to just leave this go for a moment. Let you guys all have it. We're not going to end with the intro music and that stuff tonight. We'll just shut down our live stream. And we'll shut down OBS and let it run for a couple minutes so you guys can get the link. And if you guys... will you have it on Twitter? Yeah, let's make a tweet about it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that right away. So then you guys can go and also grab it there as well. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll tweet it, and then you guys can go to our Twitter. I'll put out our Twitter link for you guys, and you can find it over there. It'll be up in how long about, hon?
Oh, just 2 minutes. I'm doing it right now.
Okay. Well then, okay. So yeah, guys, if you want to hang around for a moment, Xenia will just give you the direct link to it. Oh, really? Southland Paranormal? Yeah. Well, I mean, just way to support is to, keep his son's voice alive through this, and when Kevin the Fam comes back, when he's ready and stuff like that, and just make sure to send him some love, and you can also go to his channel as well and leave him a kind message. All those things. So yeah, it is sad. It really is. Oh, no, heavy metal magnets. I mean, God help us. We're lucky that we have what we have today. That can be all changed and taken away in an instant. So, I know you're going through a lot right now, and I don't know. It's if we all could do this, like Green Bay and Ben, I give them full credit. They were the ones who started this last night. And if we can all just daisy chain from that, they've already got them up over 2,000 views. And if we can all do that, we all have a reach to people that, some of us overlap, some we don't know. And just retweet this one and just keep spreading it around. The more retweets, the more popular it gets. The more people see it as well. That one plus what you guys are retweeting from it. And it just all grows. Xenia will have the link in just a moment, and she'll paste it in for you. So it's almost 3,000, is it?
Yeah.
Wow. See, that's how fast it's been growing. And that's an excellent way to pay tribute. Because, I wish more people too. Make sure, because we did, but make sure to hit that like button. Yeah. Guys, this is the part where we always say, we got to go past the avatars and remember that there's a human being behind every one of us here. Hey, Roger, how are you? Thank you for coming. We're a little more somber on this end of it. We're paying tribute to Kevin the Fam. He might have even been in your channel. I don't remember. But it's quite possible. His son got killed a couple of days ago. His son, and he was 18, and girlfriend. Why can't I paste anything now? Sorry, guys. Hang on. I'm just doing a test here. Okay. Something's wrong. I can't paste over the link again. Guys, can somebody just scroll up, because Xenia's getting the tweet ready. Can you just grab that link that we posted a moment ago, that message, and repaste it for me, please? So like Roger, because I know Roger's not on Twitter. Oh, you know him, Canadian? Yeah, I don't know then if you knew that his son got killed in a car accident. His son is 18, and his girlfriend got hit by a train. And this is a song that he wrote to his dad this summer when his dad was having a rough time. So it's kind of a tribute to him. Thank you, Austin, for posting the link. You can go to the link that Austin posted and just head over there and, check out the video, leave a kind word. And thank you so much, Sean, Panic D Paranormal, for posting that. And, guys, it feels so minuscule, in the end, but any little bit helps, any comfort to the family at this point. So, and Xenia's going to post that link soon. And then if you can just keep sharing it, that will be awesome. Kevin's link, Kevin the Fam. Here, let me find out. It's just Kevin the Fam. It goes under Kev the Fam.
I have it here.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's the link, guys, for the tweet. And then underneath is the link for Kevin's channel. So, yeah, you can leave messages on both of them. But if you can grab that link for our Twitter and start retweeting it, it's so important to get that out to as many people as possible. And his dad Kevin is very touched by this already, so we just want to keep that ball rolling. And we all know a lot of people here between all of us, so we start retweeting that out, we can get to a lot of people. And if you have connections with any bigger channels, some of us do in our niches, we know that if you have any of them that can help out or anything like that, that can help a lot. So, and that's nice that you asked about Kevin's. Yes, I can go over to Kevin's and leave a comment as well. So, MGB, exactly. It's a sad thing. It is a sad thing. It's, we say because we have children, we think of ours, and most definitely. But even if you don't have children, you have nieces and nephews and cousins. Yeah, I know, Roger. I know.
Yeah, I was just 18.
It's not something you would wish on anybody. So, just hope they can get through it okay. And Heavy Metal Magnet, thank you so much. You're such a kind, helping person. I appreciate the help with this. And I know you're going through your own struggles already with your dad. And just sending you a lot of love, my friend. A lot of love. I know, Insanity Baller. It's, that's why I say, guys, always treat everybody you meet on here. Remember, they are a human being behind that channel name. Because you never know what day somebody's going through. You never know.
Yeah, for both of them, of course, for both of them.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you for those that are retweeting.
Yes.
I see you guys. Thank you, Ginny Bear.
The more the merrier, guys. This is
Priscilla Panic Day. Thank you.
I know we say sometimes, tweet this out. We appreciate all the help on that one, but this one, I'm begging you, if you have access to Twitter, please retweet this. The more we get, the better. We can move mountains together, guys. We can move mountains together. Thank you so much, Terrell. Thank you very, very much. Wow. This is probably the greatest gift. This is help keeping his son's memory alive. That's the biggest thing. Just in a short bit of time, it's already up, guys, over 20-some. Thank you so very much. So please tweet that out. See the links there. Just retweet it. And if you know other people that you think might, tell them to go over. Anybody bigger that can really have some influence, this can really help make this even more of an amazing. And don't forget, if you can, to leave a comment, just something to them. All words are comforting at this moment in time for them. I can't imagine their situation. I had a friend who got hit by a train. He had just turned his life around and had 3 small children. And he was on a 3-wheeler at the time. And I seen what his mom went through. And I still don't understand it. Because you can't fully until God help us, it never does happen to us.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Southland.
Very, very sorry to hear that.
Well, we'll just end the stream.
Yes.
This time, as Andrew said, without our music at the end. We hope that you can go over and retweet. If you haven't, please do so. This is the least we can do as a community.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we can do lots once we go all together.
Definitely.
Get together with, disregards or anything else. We do have platform. It can make a difference.
Yeah.
You can't bring them back, but maybe it can give some peace for their parents. Thank you so much again. And
well, yeah, sorry, because I know we got to go. And then it was 7 years ago. I just don't want to go without acknowledging that. I'm so sorry. I can't
imagine that, Southland. I'm so sorry.
That's heart goes out to you. Heart definitely goes out to you. Alrighty, guys. We're gonna let you go. So please tweet that out. I'm begging you. Get anybody you can to tweet it out. Just keep it retweeting. The more it grows, the more people are gonna see it, and the more people will go over there and show some love. And that's it's not much, but unfortunately, it's the best we can do for them at this moment. So once again, I want to thank Ben and Dave, Green Bay Wacky, and Cab 7 for starting that last night. It was a very good idea, and we're just going to have to keep it rolling for them. Okay? Thank you guys very much. Much, much, much love to you all. Hug your loved ones tight, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Bye. Take care.